is where we left off. We'll go ahead and jump us over to the map.
It looks like I gave Bardic Inspiration to somebody.
Yeah, you did to Norok near the end of the fight, I thought, and then
Might
to
have given it
somebody else, like
to.
maybe Nazim,
I think I might have given it to the girl. What's her name?
Nissi.
Alan.
Down, I have a
Missy.
D12.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she
Right
was
around
trying to
there.
hide. Yeah, she was trying to hide from the. I don't know if that was the reason for it, but she was ducking down beneath the window to prevent that automaton from seeing her in the hallway. So maybe that was the reason. Pogo, you at least.
We also think there might
Did I
be
break
rooms
something?
with sap magic too. I remember we talked about that the metal the stuff that they have that they might have that sap magic. The
Yeah,
black
the
iron.
mirror curtains. Yeah. You know that there are some here at least. I don't remember why you knew that. I think did Jazer probably told you that there are some in the building as well. So, but as far as that silence, you were holding concentration. I don't know if you still are or not, but that I'll leave the purple up just in case. So
I only have dropped it, but it does only last
1 minute, I think.
10 minutes. Actually, it lasts a while,
10
so that
minutes.
lasts
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah. So it's only been 40 seconds at this point, something like that. So what are you guys doing?
All right.
We should probably grab the rest of the cylinder things that popped out the knobs,
Roll in a bag.
just so no one can push them back in.
I'm gonna go investigate one of the automatons. I want to
Okay.
see if it looks like it's like what if the face is still there, if it looks like it's still alive but unable to move, or if it looks
The
like it's
the
just
one directly behind you,
yeah.
the crystal is shattered on, and you're basically standing amongst the chunks of crystal. The one that Norok had finished kind of dismantling, he dragged outside and tried to kind of half bury, well, not really bury, but cover it in things to keep it hidden outside. Those are the only two that are in this room, or
I'm gonna
were,
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
like try to move it like into the silent circle and
Okay.
see if I can even move the fucking thing.
The automata that is still intact and behind you, that's near enough to you there, Nissi, moves out of the way enough that
Sure.
you can investigate.
I'm trying to
But
follow Norok's lead.
it is very large and very heavy, and I'll tell you that you would naturally feel like if you tried to
Like
pull
I
that thing
couldn't.
forward, it's going to
Yeah,
fall on you.
got
Um,
it.
yeah, you're
I'm
definitely
not
not
gonna
big
try
enough
it.
to move it.
All right.
But I'll tell you that the cavity in the chest where the floating crystal with the semi-alien face in it is gone. The crystal is shattered all over the floor, and the
Well,
automata seems lifeless without it.
I'm just gonna. They can't hear me. I'm just going to look to the team and kind of point at it and just do like a thumb across the throat symbol, like smiling real big, like a weirdo at him, like feeling accomplished. Um, uh, Pogo's gonna go ahead and drop silence.
Okay.
So I will drop that.
So just a recap for my own recollection here. All automatons are now turned off. All automatons are essentially just pieces of metal doing nothing. However, we still have people in here that we need to be cautious of, correct?
Yeah.
Are you saying that
4
out
people,
loud?
I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Got to be quiet.
Oh shit! Your silence would have gone down anyways, wouldn't it? Because isn't your spiritual weapon concentration?
Let me see.
I mean, you put it up near the end of the fight, so I don't
I
think
actually don't
it
think
would
it
have
is. No,
done
it's not
any.
concentration.
Is
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Um. All right. So we've got. I'm just gonna whisper to the team. We've got to. We've got to go ahead and get through that hallway, and I'm gonna point to the one to the south east or south east of this side. We got to go through there to go around the corner to get into that office. Are we just all gonna go at once, or do we? We're just gonna walk through.
Are you
What?
whispering loud enough that Sarah would be able to hear you?
Yeah, I'm
You can
whispering.
see her on the far side of the room, so.
We're only 10, 15 feet away. I feel pretty confident in the engineering of this building that isn't going to transfer out. Like this is a nice building. I don't think it's gonna like fucking me whispering is gonna push through the walls and the ceilings and shit and wake people up.
Yeah, you don't. I wasn't concerned about that. Just that Sarah can see something you guys can't.
Well, I'm just gonna whisper that out loud. Should
Sure.
we all go?
Are you
I'm gonna cover my
intentionally holding
lantern.
the purple lantern? Okay,
Well, I'm
you're
gonna
okay. You're
cover
gonna
it
turn it off.
while I
Okay.
walk. So
Okay.
I'll let you know if I uncover it. I
I'll
don't-
leave the light on there, and we'll just assume that you've got it covered.
Make my way down. One thing I wanted to do when the automaton stopped, so I left Noctua outside. I wanted to send her
Mhm.
up and do just like an aerial view of the outside to see if anyone outside noticed that the automaton stopped working.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's pretty late, but I'm hoping not.
Give me a perception check for
Oh,
Noctua.
Oh, hang on, I gotta bring her. Stuff.
You know what? Go ahead and do one with disadvantage for shit, because he has advantage for Pietro. He has advantage on sight, doesn't he? On
It sure does.
I'm pretty sure he does, like Hunter's Instincts or something like that, whatever that's called. There it is, Keen Sight. Griffin has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. So a flat roll for Pietro, and yeah, flat roll for Noctua as well, actually, because she has night vision too. In fact,
Also
they're
has
probably the
keen
same.
hearing and sight.
Yeah, I bet she does.
So-
Yeah, for an owl, it would make sense. So
All right, so just
Alright.
flat roll.
Yeah, flat roll.
Yeah. So Petey Pablo got a fucking 1.
Noctua didn't do great either.
Nope.
Yeah, not with that. Nothing visible. There is kind of regular movement in the streets. Both are distracted by small animals and rodentia around the city, but beyond that, there's just people walking down the streets and so on. There doesn't seem to be any obvious awareness that either of them seem to be aware of.
Go over here and let them know that the automaton stopped right outside the door, like right outside.
Is it
So
moving?
there's no way. No, it's down. But there's no way Norok can get through that door. And
It's
which
blocked.
way does the door open? In to the room that we're in, or out into the hallway?
You're actually, never mind. You can see in the dark. You can see the hinges are on this side, so it'll open in this way.
Norok can't get through unless we move that guy.
So we could crawl between his legs, but we're gonna have a problem with Norok.
I mean, I can get through, but why doesn't Norok just pick it up and throw it out the window like he did the other thing? Or just put it under
Pick
the
it up like a
dinosaur.
vase
No
and
one
just
notice.
move it.
They are quite heavy and large. Like Norok managed to get the other
Drag
one
the
short,
other one,
but
right?
he did that. He did that inside the silence bubble for the most part
Mhm.
until it was out the window. Because remember, you'd covered the window with it to keep it from breaking. So it would be pretty noisy to grab a big bucket of metal bits down the hallway.
You guys figure out what you want to do. I'm gonna go scout out, see if there's a way, and I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I am then going to make my way out of the door,
Okay.
and I'm gonna squeeze past this fucker's legs.
Yeah, you can
using
sneak
my
through
little-
easily. Yep.
Little half.
There is there's a door right there, but you can see the windows that lead out to a small little pond area.
So, I don't have dark
and-
vision, and I'm not using the lantern, so I'm going to be going slow. And if there's any area that doesn't have windows, I won't be able to see shit. So you can let me know.
Okay. Yeah, for right now, there's enough moonlight coming in through the windows that you can see this hallway pretty clearly, as well as the other side of the hallway. You're coming up to a plus intersection there. You can't see much to the north or the south. It's pretty dark on both sides.
And I know I have to go to the south. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start skimming the wall, like with my hands up against the wall, and I'm going to keep going south. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm going slow. So the rest of the group.
If you were human height, you'd probably bump into a pretty sensitive spot with a table, but instead, it's probably going to be square in the forehead of carefully trying to follow the wall until you smack into a table.
Have you seen Emperor's New Groove, where it's Kronk and he's like scaling the wall with his hands, like on the sides of the wall, like trying to stay as close to the wall as possible? That's what I'm doing. So I will.
All right. So it'd be ear.
It.
It'd be like side of the head at best.
Yeah.
No, I mean you're not actually bumping into this. I'm saying you feel a table at a certain height. After that, you can see it on the map, of course, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a roll top or what. You can
light down this hallway, so
there's still just the slightest bit, and you can see that there's double doors at the end of the hall there that probably lead out, and a door on your right as you're making your way down there.
Because if I remember correctly, we got the map, and I have to go through the door on the right.
Yep.
I'm going to just go to the door and quietly and gently see if it's locked as carefully as I can.
It is not locked. You can turn the door
Where's
off.
the map to this place?
And
you can get to it in. I think you guys can get to it in the VA. Let me see real quick. If not, I'll put it in. There we go. I can put it in Discord for you. If you, Fox, if you go to the book icon in the top right.
Yeah, we have Borderlands, the Caledonian Sea, Cork, and something Mountains, Mist, and
Okay.
but there's no map for here.
Let me give you guys Observer, I think, on that. Close that map section and then go back to the visual aids bit. Do you see Venovia hand-drawn map there?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I just changed it, so it might take a second to update. So you should be able to click that to bring up the hand-drawn map. On there, you can see that it's upside down, of course, but he is moving down the hallway at the very top and the top center, going into those rooms that are on the right. He's trying to get into that room that's on the basically the top right, is where he's at right now.
That map is like switched around from this one. Like
it's intentionally upside down. Yeah, it's rotated 180 degrees. Yeah.
The automaton still considered a creature?
Yes, it is.
Great. Then I'm just gonna cast polymorph on it and turn it into like a tiny little tin rat or mouse and just pick it up and put it in my pocket.
Okay, go ahead and mark off the spell slot.
All right.
Shrinking him down to.
Oh, actually, this only lasts for an hour. No, I'm not putting him in my pocket. I am walking him back in and setting him right where I'm sitting at.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you that Pogo figured this out in the middle of the fight, but Sarah would not have unless she had tried to use it. They actually have immutable form.
With not being active?
Yeah, the creature itself is not the machine. The creature is the crystal. It is the sentience inside of the crystal.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
But Pogo had, I think, shit, maybe it was you. Didn't one of you tried to polymorph the other one first? Remember?
Yeah. I tried to polymorph one in the other corner.
Okay. So it was Pogo, and then Pogo would have recognized that, but Sarah would not have known, of course, at that time. Anyways,
well, I'm out of ideas on how to get it out of the doorway.
You guys, I mean, there's other doors, obviously, and then there's upstairs too. So, there's options.
Still, like
you have the map.
An upstairs part over.
Yeah, there's an upstairs part over this room right here. Yes, but it doesn't go down into that. But you could go upstairs and then take other stairs to get back down or something like that. You guys have the map. You can do whatever you want.
What were the rooms we had to go into?
On here, what I'll do is I'll put that in Discord real quick. I'll draw on it and put it in Discord. That's one of the few things that what was it called? Fantasy Grounds had over Foundry is that you could draw on stuff really easily. Less so in here, but all right. So Pogo, let me put a little purple dot for a Pogo, is right there at this door. And I'll put this in Discord in just a second. But the room, the office is there. So Embers, there you go. And you guys are in the dinosaur room on the right side, top right, with the big lizard skeleton. What you doing, G?
Yes,
after having tried to bury that thing at least enough that it's not visible from the street, and then climbing back in through the window, what are you doing?
I guess we need to find another way around. What about up the stairs or something, guys?
That one is frozen, not unmoving in front of the stairs. You could probably move it, but it might be noisy as well. You do know there's stairs to the north too, though.
Want to try the stairs, guys?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my spells. I mean, I also don't want to leave fucking Pogo out there by himself either, so I'm gonna message Pogo.
He told you he's going on a recon. He'll be back.
Would I be able to get around the automaton?
Anybody except for Norak is able to move around them. Like, as long as they're not moving, you're able to, carefully make your way around them. Because they're currently inanimate.
Message Pogo so he at least knows that we're going upstairs.
Okay.
I'll listen carefully.
So before I reach the top of the stairs here, is there, can I just sense for anything arcane locally in this area, or traps or anything like that?
I guess narrow that down a little bit and tell me specifically,
Uh,
or more specifically what you're looking for, and
More
then I'll
specifically,
tell you.
as I'm coming up the stairs, I'm looking, eye level with the floor that I'm coming up on.
Mhm.
Can I see any type of triggers or traps or anything that I could recognize as like a motion sensor or something that would alarm anyone?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Arteme, which direction are you going? Sarah and Norok went north with Nissi, and Nazim went south.
I guess I'll go south with Lizzie.
Okay, I'll drop you up there. There we go. In case those teleport things don't always work, so I'm just going to move you to one side.
Yeah,
There we go.
awesome. Thank you.
They usually work, but not always. Sometimes you get stuck on them. All right. Nazim, you don't see anything at all. There's plenty of glow inside the building, of course, but nothing that looks to be traps and nothing that is localized, really close by you or anything. You do see coming up here, of course, you do see over the balcony down into the room that you were already in. There is a good bit of light coming in through the windows to the right from the moon outside. There's, almost floor to ceiling, basically these, 20-ish foot tall windows that lead out to that pond area. There is a door directly to your right, Nazim, and then double doors, Norok to your left.
Right.
There we go.
Question: is that a purple light that I see in that hallway? Next to that window?
Yes, it is. And it is exactly that purple that you'd expect it to be. You don't see the source of it, but it is the correct color. Yes. So what Sarah's referring to there, guys, Norok, you'd be the only one to be able to see it from there. Nazim, you really couldn't. But through that window to the right, there's an open area, which you know to be that kind of pond area, and then another window with a hallway behind it, and there's some purple light in that hallway.
And yeah, we would kind of recognize what that was.
Yeah.
Not like moving or anything. It's just staying where it is.
Correct. You saw the same from the frozen one that was, blocking the door below.
Okay.
So it looks like it's not moving at all.
We might make a move then to the south.
Because this is the direction that is over the thing, right? Over the office.
Correct. Yeah. Go ahead. Let's jump over to Pogo real quick, and then we'll come back with probably Arteme to follow up. What you doing, Pogo?
Pogo, yeah, let's see here. He's going to put his ear right up against the door and see if he can hear anything while he tries to open it slowly. If he hears something, he's going to stop and listen to what it might be.
Give me a perception check. Do you have anything that would give you advantage on that? I'm not averse to you having an advantage on this roll if it would be feasible.
I ain't got shit.
Okay. You hear very distant, angry shouting.
Distant?
It's coming from the other side of the door, but it's not like in the room behind the door. It sounds like it's much further away. But the source of the sound is through the door.
Underneath?
There is a very dim purple light coming from underneath the door.
Okay.
From what Gisera told you, you would expect, obviously, for there to be at least one of the automatos.
Yeah, I'm still going to go ahead and slowly open the door and see if I can peek through. Because I think Justin and Pogo right now probably think the automatons are disabled. Probably something else.
Sure. So are you trying to open the door stealthily or just slowly in case something jumps or something?
Slowly and quietly, and I'm trying to peek in to see if I can assess if there's any creatures or people in that room.
Okay. Go ahead, do two things. Go ahead and roll a stealth check anyway, and then also roll another perception check for Pietro and Sarah. Since I assume that it wasn't just a hey, check this out for me. It's keep an eye out kind of orders for both Noctua and Pietro, right?
Yeah.
That if they see anything, they're supposed to inform you.
You can telepathically tell me stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Is like as long as they're both set on guard, essentially, rather than just a one-time check, then we'll go ahead and okay. You rolled perception for Pogo. Did you? Oh, you rolled stealth and perception. Okay. Okay. Then as far as outside, there both Noctua and PH, sorry, just Noctua, I guess at this point, to the south, there is a group of 3, what look to be probably constables, local city watch, walking directly up the street towards this building. I don't know necessarily why, but they are walking straight towards this building. Noctua reports that to Sarah, so not everybody knows that, of course. Pogo, opening the door and very, slowly and kind of carefully sliding the door open, you do see a cone of purple light that is splashed against the wall on the far side that is illuminating a chair and a bookshelf, and then slowly, as the door swings open far enough, a table and a couch. The door itself is obstructing the view, but you do know there obviously must be an automata that the door is blocking your view of unless you swing it open the whole way.
And the other dead automatons aren't broadcasting any light anymore.
They all are, yeah. The only ones that are
Oh.
not the only ones that are not illuminating the area in front of them is, well, the only 2, I guess, yeah, it is 2, is the one that was banished and that crystal shattered, and then Norok, as he smashed the other one, the crystal was kind of smashed inside of the chest of it a bit, and it is outside.
And the
so you
one
don't
in
know
the
if that one's
hallway was broadcasting a purple light or no?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they all
I know
are.
it can still be shut down. All right. I
Correct.
got a little confused on that. My bad. I'm going to then slowly open the door and enter the room, and I'm going to do it trying to stay out of the purple light and kind of
Okay.
like whatever, like if there's anything I can hide behind or under.
Okay.
I'm going to.
You
And
do
remember,
see.
is
Yeah,
there
you
any
don't
light
have
in
that
here at
light.
all?
Is there what?
Is there any light in here at all?
No, it is pitch black in this room except
Yeah.
for the purple light
Oh,
coming from that.
yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
going to go ahead and turn off your light too, unless you're.
Perfect. Now you can turn off my light.
I can turn it back on again if we need to. So.
Oh, that's a little more realistic.
Where am I looking here? 0? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah.
There you go. All right, so at least I can see a little bit from their light. I am
Yeah.
going to crawl under this table.
Okay.
And is there any notice or any motion or anything from this thing?
You would need to be able to get some, well, now that you're close enough, I'd say under the table, you'd still have trouble being able to see. I'll tell you that you can see enough movement in the light itself to tell that whatever's inside that crystal is still moving, but the automata itself is not.
Okay. Pogo's gonna have to think about his next move.
I'll put it to you this way: that Pogo has recognized by the motion of the light here that the creature inside that crystal is not the automata itself. The automata is just a machine that the crystal is controlling, but it can't control it right now because the automatas are turned off.
Well, the one in the hallway would have seen me. So
Which
nothing
one?
bad. The one that was in the hallway outside the door?
Oh yeah, you walk past. Yeah, it definitely
So
would
he
have.
saw me.
Yep.
And nothing really happened. But at the same time, I'd rather they not fucking see me.
That's sure. I'll go ahead and tell you
Like,
too that now that you're this further in, you can hear that angry yelling a little more, and it seems like it's coming from this door. That automata is standing in front of a door. It's blocking the door, and the yelling sounds like it's coming from. It's a little louder at this door than it was at the last.
all right, I am going to whisper over my Rocky Talkie. All right, so there's definitely some people in either the office or maybe in the room past the office, but there's a fucking robot in front of this door that I can't move. So I'm gonna need Norok down here to do some work. Over.
All right.
We're working on it. By the way, there's 3 City Watch coming this way, guys. I don't know why they're coming this way, but they're coming this way.
Maybe get the rat out of the street or wherever the fuck it is.
It's funny you say that. I was literally just typing to Sako.
Yep, that's what I was actually going to ask next. We're going to move the rat in the house.
Yeah, I was just sending that. Nobody knows anything about that, of course. Well, your characters don't know. I'm going to go ahead and tell the group that Bubbles is standing somewhat near some light. He's not in it, but he's near the front, the front of the building. He's not on the street or anything like that, but, it's possible that somebody could have noticed him outside. So, jumping over to Arteme. What's Arteme doing?
I'm not sure which rooms we were supposed to be checking. So we went up to the top floor, but which way are we supposed to go?
Technically, I don't know if I can move my character here. We're supposed nope. So
What do you mean?
the red roof right below us is the one that we're supposed to be going towards, right? The one that's south?
Yes. Yeah, the red. So looking through the window there, that everybody except for Pogo can see, that red roof to the south of you is the office.
But we're stuck upstairs and we have to get downstairs.
To get to that,
Right.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We have
You
to
can
find a
see through
door
that window. You can see there's a balcony on the other side of that window that you know that leads outside, obviously. So you could get there potentially, or find some other stairs to go back downstairs. Whatever you want to do.
And there was a door directly under this balcony, right? But that's the front door?
Or
is that
where
the
do you
back
mean?
door? I mean, so the edge of this balcony where there looks like there's like steps underneath leading up
Yeah,
to
that's
the platform.
downstairs. That's on the ground outside.
Yeah, is that the front door or the back door?
That's the it's really the back door. I mean, it's that leads out to a street as well, but it's not on the street like the one you came in from. The front door is where you guys essentially were, and then walked around to the side of the building and broke in through the window.
So, I mean, we could try that. It could set off another alarm. I don't know. Unless we want to try to stay inside and find a way downstairs and over there. It's up to you guys.
Trying to sneak around inside might be easier? I don't know.
You do know, by the way, I want to remember or remind everybody of this because that was 6 months ago or some shit. But Jazera did tell you that the only key that she's aware of that Durrell keeps hidden in here is in one of the sabatons of one of the display armors that's on the second floor. She put it on the map too. So
That's not the room that we're in right now, though, right?
no, it's the other side.
Hang on, let me bring up the map.
It's in Discord. If that's easier for you. You can get it in Foundry as well, of course, but I put it in Discord.
And it's the complete opposite end of
If
the thing?
you looked at here, I'll let me draw on there again. But do I still? No, I don't. I thought Pogo had made a note of it, but maybe not on
Probably.
that original map. I mean, Justin may have, but I don't remember. I'll just circle it with red. It was this one right here on the second floor. She said that that there's a key. She found it before, and she knows that Durrell tries to hide it there in one of the boots, one of the sabatons on a suit of armor up there.
I guess we could make our way over there, see if there's stairs along the way that go down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a beeline this way through the hallway as well, but also for Bubbles. Can I make a move with Bubbles?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
Can Bubbles? I've lost visibility to Bubbles. Can
Yeah,
Bubbles go
he's-
through those downstairs doors? Is he able to squeeze through those, the double doors?
You wouldn't be able to move much inside, but you feel like with the double doors he could fit in at least.
Okay.
Can you mentally command him? I don't remember if you can. I think he needed verbal commands, didn't he? I don't remember.
I think I was just controlling him. I think. Let me see. Hold on.
It was with Finger of Death, right? The spell.
Yes.
Let me Google it real quick. Yeah, I think the verbiage on it was incomplete at the very least. Permanently under your command, following your verbal orders to the best of its ability. So it does have to be able to hear you.
I'm stuck on the second floor.
He's outside, not all that far from you. You'd have to open a window and shout, which would be probably pretty loud. But if you went out on the balcony, you could kind of whisper to him potentially. You can see him through the windows. What I'm saying.
Okay. Is it alright if I kick open this door real quick?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend kicking it open, but sure.
Well, open the door gently, then quietly.
All right, you open the door. There's enough moonlight coming in through these windows that you can see a pair of double doors straight ahead of you. That from those windows you can see lead out onto the balcony that's right on the other side of the windows.
And those
What's
little
Norak
windows
doing, G?
to the south, I can whisper out towards to the.
I mean, those are closed. You would need to, go through the door probably to the east and south of you.
Okay.
Oops, I didn't mean to have Missy run over you guys. I didn't give her vision correctly. What's Norak doing, G?
I can't see much on the map ahead of me, but I was going to go to
Oh,
Pogo.
Okay.
I have great dark vision, so I'll just go up and grab his hand and just lead him
Okay.
along.
Yeah, because Norak is kind of left behind. Like he can't see on this map either. So keep going south, G, and then around the corner it'll be the right side of the map. There you go. Now you should be able to see Sarah and everybody as you're moving through.
Yep.
Nobody is lighting a torch or giving any other kind of illumination, I assume. Right?
No,
Okay.
I'm just
No.
dragging him along.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
I'm
purposely
just
not.
doing my best.
Yeah, except everybody's just fumbling in the dark. That's fine. Just if anybody is going to create any form of illumination, I need to know that, obviously. All right. So Nazim has opened the door as you come around the corner there. G, you see him about to step through. You can see, the top of Bubbles' head from outside as well. He's down. If you're looking out the window there, G, well, I guess your character doesn't let you see very far. Do you see all the light that's out on the balcony there, Ben?
Yeah, I actually can't see that.
Okay, because there is light outside, and some of that is coming in through the windows there, so you should be able to get some sight. I'll tell you that the very southern end of the map there, where you see the red roof and the tree, Bubbles is right there by those.
Okay.
So that's the direction that Nazim was heading. All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, if Nazim is going out on the balcony, but we're heading for this way.
Stop right there. You
Mhm.
do see a cone of purple light that is illuminating those doors.
Yeah,
If you step out any further, it's going to see you.
I'm just peeking around the corner.
Okay. You peek around the corner, and actually, with your shadowy form, it'll be. Don't you have advantage on hiding in shadows? I think, don't you? When you have your shadow skin up,
Don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure it is. Let's
I-
see. Shadow skin.
It's been forever since I've read that.
Yeah. Advantage on intimidation checks, disadvantage on persuasion. You become very hard to detect while standing still in shadows, imposing disadvantage on any perception checks made to see you. Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh shit, he normally has advantage on that, so it'll be a flat roll, I think.
Oof.
Oh, he's proficient, not advantage. Okay. All right. He didn't roll well, anyways.
Just normal advantage or normal or at advantage?
Stealth would be normal. Yeah.
We had pass without trace. But
Oh, all right. Well, that's true. So you have another 10 on top of that. So you feel like as soon as you step out there, he's for sure going to see you. But at least if you're kind of just peeking around the corner, he does not. You don't know what that means. You just know that you can see the crystalline form, that the face inside of the crystal is still active, and its eyes are looking around. There's still plenty of light coming in through the windows there, Artemis, especially with your elven accuracy, whatever it's called. Are you going through the doors up there?
no, I was trying to find Sarah and I went the wrong way.
Oh, she is this way. I'll drag you over.
Okay, thank you.
Pogo is gonna,
Okay.
while he's waiting, he's going to shimmy past this thing.
Mhm.
He's gonna go ahead and turn his purple lantern on, and he's gonna use it to scan the room to see if, basically to see if there's anything. Actually, nope, not supposed to. Well, pardon me, this is Justin. We're supposed to pretend like if like we weren't even here, right? Like we're not supposed to. Worst case scenario, make it look like it's a
Something
robbery
else.
attempt. Best case scenario, make it pretend like we were never here.
Correct.
All right, so we gotta remember
That's
to
what
put
you
all
got
those
from Garrett,
fucking
yeah.
things back and fix the guy somehow. Make it look like an accident. We'll just make it look like they crashed into each other.
And all of the kleptomaniac things that Pogo grabbed as he was walking by, he has to remember to go put back.
All right, so Pogo's not gonna try to steal anything, but he is gonna try to see if he can open the door with the fucking thing standing in front of it.
You see on the door are 5 handprints with keyholes beneath them.
5 handprints with keyholes beneath them.
The same kind of hand. Well, you didn't. Pogo probably didn't look at this closely, but handprints that look like if you were to put a hand in there, it would activate the panel, similar to the one that was on the control panel for the automata. There's 5 of them, and each of them have a keyhole directly beneath. They're all lit up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Rakitaki. All right, guys, this door has 5 handprints and a keyhole. Can you guys get Missy over here to see if she knows what the fuck I should do?
There's 5 keyholes. There's
Or
one
5
beneath each handprint.
5
Yeah.
keyholes. See if Missy can you get Missy over here to take a look?
But we're kind of trying to figure out how to get past one of these automatons at the second without being seen.
Bill, I'm already at the door.
Well, that's because you
Taking
ran off on
forever.
your own. And we're still upstairs. Sarah doesn't think darkness would work on this, right? Like the light would probably penetrate it.
It's magical darkness you're referring to, I assume, right?
Yeah. Because it says magical light will penetrate it. All it says is
Non-magical light can't
non-magical light.
illuminate. Yeah.
And if it's
Area of
second
light created by
level,
second
level,
level or lower. Give me an Arcana check with Sarah. I'll say with advantage. Okay. You do feel like it would probably at least have decent chance, depending on the level of the spell it was cast. If you cast darkness high enough, you feel like it could overpower the illumination coming from the crystals.
Okay. Which one do I want to use? Oh, I don't know if I want to use that high. I will. God, if I waste this spell.
After accidentally just wasting a 6th level polymorph.
4th level.
4th, okay.
Which was my last 4th level, by the way.
If it wasn't 6 months between games, you guys would get more rests in. Literally, the last game, by the way, guys. I mean, it was all in initiative order, of course. The last game, the whole session was like 40 seconds of game time. Like, you see how long it takes to get anything done if we, well, I mean, we need a good fight, obviously, occasionally, too. But anyways.
Okay,
It's just
all right.
amusing to me.
I am going to cast Darkness on the automaton's head.
Okay.
Wait, where is on the head, because it's like a 15-foot radius.
Yeah, and you feel like it would cover the sphere easily anyways, yeah.
5th level.
Okay. Oh, haste, you would have had haste would have dropped right now anyways.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Haste, I think, was already gone.
Okay. A bubble of darkness actually blocks out a good portion of the light that all of you had. Thankfully, the lights, the natural lights coming from outside, from the south, the ones that are above the double doors, are still coming in through the window. So thankfully, you still have some light, but the purplish does disappear.
Yay. I'm just going to all right, so I'm gonna walk back to the room and just have everybody just kind of like, when we go through this hallway, y'all are just gonna have to hold on to each other, and I will lead. Oh shit! How many sorcery points did I need to spend?
For what?
To see through the darkness. Is it 1 sorcery point or 2? I don't think.
When you okay, the thing where you cast, yeah, you can cast darkness using your spells, your shadow sorcerer ability.
Yeah, when I use my sorcery points, I can see through the darkness.
It's when you cast it, it's still whatever the level or whatever it would cost to cast the spell. It's just saying that if you use shadow or sorcery points to cast it, then you can see through it. Let me find the ability here real quick.
Oh, I thought it was
Eyes of
I
the
had
Dark.
to cast a spell using the spell level and use.
No, I think it's only the sorcery points, isn't it? It says when you reach 3rd level in this class, you learn the darkness spell, which doesn't count against your number of sorcery spells known. In addition, you can cast it by spending 2 sorcery points or by expending a spell slot. If you cast it with sorcery points, you can see through the darkness. That wouldn't let you upcast it, but I'm going to say that you can still upcasting it just using the 2 points is fine.
Okay. All right. Ooh, then I get my 5th level spell slot back. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, and then
All right.
we'll just walk through then.
So Sarah tells all of you that. What is Nazim doing? Go ahead. Well, sorry, Becky. We finished up, or are you done with your?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Nazim has to go to the balcony.
Yeah, I have to run to the balcony really quick, so I'm going to move to the balcony here. While I'm moving to the balcony, is there a possibility for me to kind of push open a window and whisper out to Bubbles?
The windows don't look like they open. Like this is a commercial building. It looks like they're solid. Well, it's in the middle of being, kind of converted. Essentially, it was a manor originally, but the doors that Sarah's walking in front of right now, those doors lead out onto the balcony where Bubbles is.
All right,
Plus,
is there a way
even
we can sneak out there?
I mean, you could certainly try.
Hmm.
You will be in, there's a kind of building lamps essentially right outside that will be kind of illuminating you, but you could try to sneak up to the edge of the balcony where he is.
All right. If it's safe to do so, I'll go ahead and open up this door and just essentially just poke my head out because I know he's down there,
Mhm.
and just whisper him. I'm just going to give him a very simple command: hide. People are coming.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. I'm making a copy of Bubbles. He's not actually on. There's not two of them, of course. I'm just making a second one so you can see where he is while you're on the second floor here. Go ahead and make a stealth check, and we'll add +10 for the pass without trace. Okay. All right. So with a 21, you very carefully open the door and kind of sneak your way, ducking down a little bit, kind of video game mode where stealthing just means that you hunch down a little bit up towards the edge. Bubbles is still down by the tree, trying to kind of make himself as invisible as possible. You sneak your way around a little fountain thing and whisper down to him. You whisper for him to hide, and he kind of moves his way into the tree, just pushing his face through the branches and everything until he's kind of hugged up against the trunk of the tree. He has like a 1 intelligence, a 2.
Yeah.
It's 2, so he doesn't have the best thoughts on how to handle that.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna make a perception check from Nazim.
Okay.
You can see the kind of silhouettes coming down the street of street lamps illuminating 3 constables, 3 policemen, essentially coming this way. They're not to the.
Which
They're
direction?
they're across the street. So right now they're probably 100 feet away.
Okay, so in theory, Bubbles could run to the left and then back up to just above where that red building is.
Yeah, to the other side, like just to the the left side of the balcony there. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. All right, I'll whisper to him. Well, I'll point in the direction and say, "Go behind the building. Run behind the building. Hide."
Okay. All right. That he will attempt to do that when we're not in initiative order, but he will start kind of making his way that direction.
Okay.
All right.
And then
Let's jump
with
over
the
to
command
Pogo.
given,
Go ahead.
I'll move back to the hallway then.
Okay. All right. As you make your way back inside, go ahead and close. Are you closing the door back behind you?
Yep.
All right. Jump over to Pogo. What's Pogo doing? Justin?
I know. I'm trying to think here. I think
You still have your little AFK thing on too, by the way.
my little AFK. Oh, is that what that is? Okay, I was wondering what that was. That didn't.
It
seem
says
to
I'm
go.
back.
Yeah. Oh,
It
okay.
disappeared for me. You mean the little head thing or the door thing rather? Yeah, it disappeared for me.
Okay. I am going to. I can't tell if I've been seen yet by this thing yet, have I?
It has not started. Like the motion isn't like aiming at you. The shape
Okay,
of
so
the
I
light
don't
is not aiming. You don't think so. You rolled really high on your stealth, so.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn or I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go back to the door. Um, you know what? I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the door, crawling underneath the table.
Okay.
Slowly open it back up and move back into the hallway, kind of retracing my steps.
Are you closing the door or leaving it open?
I'm gonna close it back as quietly as possible.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go back up here, and I'm gonna whisper into the Rocky Talkie. Where did everyone go? I can't get past that other room.
We went upstairs. We're
Where the fuck is the upstairs?
back in the dinosaur room where we came from because we couldn't get Norok through the door.
Ah. All right. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna look at the map real quick. No, I think I have
You
it
do
on.
know that key, that the only key you guys are aware of, anyways. You know that the lock needs multiple keys potentially, or a bypass. But you only know where one of them is.
All right. All right. I'll find my way up there. I'm still invisible, so I'm gonna start going to the right
Okay.
slowly. I'm guessing these are windows.
Yeah.
So I can probably see a little bit. And there's a door, 2 doors.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's redo this. I'm gonna go ahead and check the door at the end of the hallway to see if it is locked and see if
Okay.
I can hear any voices through it.
Perception check. Then you slowly turn the doorknob, and it turns. It seems like it's not locked. You don't hear any sounds.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stealthily open it up and stick my tiny head into it and see if I can see. Well, also, is there? I'm guessing there's no light coming from underneath it.
Very, very dim purple.
Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and stealthily open it up and make my try to make my invisible ass in through that doorway.
Okay. Roll a stealth check. I'll say with advantage. Okay. 43. That's high enough. You
33.
yeah, but it's plus 10. Oh, actually, you're outside of range from
Yeah, I'm
the
not close
pass of that
enough
trace right
to
now.
them.
Yeah. But you do see another frozen automata standing still. The light kind of slowly swirling around as it's looking at it like a countertop, like a kitchen countertop. This is clearly a uh, mostly converted kitchen, essentially.
The kitchen. Now I know there's a cook, so he's not in here. I don't see that or anywhere, right?
Correct.
All right. And do we have any other clues about the keys, or just the clue about the one being on a suit of armor?
You do know that one is in a boot in the sabaton of suit of armor that is in the room almost directly above you.
All right. And there's
So
no
having
stairs
looked at the map, you'd
in
know
here?
that you'd have to. There's no what?
There's no stairs.
Not in this room, but you do know there's a set of stairs that if you go through that door that's straight ahead of you on the left, there's a set of stairs at the other side of that.
Straight ahead of me. So then I will make my way to the set of stairs
Right?
slowly, carefully.
Okay.
Squeeze
Yeah, with
them
that
out of my
stealth
tiny
roll,
ass.
that stealth check, you have advantage obviously from being invisible. But do you have the silent shoes as well, or is that just
Yeah,
Arteme?
we got elvish shoes as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, with that stealth check, you're fine. So, oh, it was because of the
Threw
one.
that away. Yeah.
We rolled because of the one. Yeah. You make your way to
I'm
the
gonna be
door.
sneaky as shit, man.
You make your way to the door. It is not locked, and the doorknob turns freely.
Okay.
So on the other side, you can see just a very dim illumination of purple to the left, but otherwise you do see the staircase that leads upwards ahead of you. Okay.
Reclose that door. Actually, I'm gonna leave this door open,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna continue through until I find the fucking stairs.
It is straight ahead of you. Yeah, I mean you're fumbling around in the dark right now, so
Are there any
thankfully you're.
windows in this room that
No,
would
it's
be?
well. There's
No?
a set, but it's a really
So
short distance. There's just not much. There's a pair of windows to the north of you, but there is some light coming in through that. It's just really far away.
okay, I'm gonna do my best to get to the. I can't see them on the map, so I'm gonna do my best to get to wherever the stairs are.
Let's as soon as you walk into the trap, I'll go ahead and pause it. So.
Right? Yeah.
You make your way fumbling in towards it, and then carefully around to the staircase to
Oh,
lead
there's
yourself up.
stairs. Hey, I actually took about the shortest route possible.
Yeah, you did.
All
Yeah,
right.
even accidentally.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go up the fucking stairs.
All right, go one more. There you go. Yeah, it should teleport you. So
All
let
right,
me
that's neat.
move over there.
And slowly, any windows in this room enough for me to see my.
There's more room. Yeah, there's more light coming from the top of the stairs. So from here,
Alright.
you can actually see quite a bit better. It isn't much illumination, but still some at least.
Sure.
I probably could have
if-
put lights outside. I should have done that.
If I don't see, if there's no lights on, and I don't hear anything obvious, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the purple lantern back on.
Okay, there is an automata like straight ahead of you to your right. Well, Pogo's right. That is frozen with the purple light.
I'll just
You know
light
what?
away
Actually,
from it.
yeah, you can't see to. Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna point the light away from it when I get to the top of the stairs. Then.
Okay. But you do
I feel like
know
I'm
that
fast
the
enough now to where it doesn't seem like they can move. So
yeah, it's pretty clear that they're not able to move. They are frozen. You do know that the stat or the armor suit that you need is directly ahead of you. It's right there against the wall. We'll jump over real quick to the rest of the group. What's Nork doing, G?
All right, keep moving this way.
Glitters and Nissy keep moving along as well. You do see that hallway is just blacked out, and there's no light coming in through those. Like the windows themselves are blacked out as well. Let's see, you guys would have, you wouldn't have been able to hear that, and you wouldn't be hearing Pogo either because he's being very stealthy. But all
I
right,
got no idea. You guys ain't got no fucking clue where I'm at.
yeah. But you guys do know that at least the only key you're aware of is down that hallway. Keep going to the right, and it's in that room back there.
Does it look like the crystal inside has done anything since it can't see anymore?
As soon as the darkness went up, it doesn't have eyebrows. You wouldn't have been able to tell by that. I was gonna say it raises its eyebrows in surprise, but it doesn't have eyebrows. The eyes are certainly wider and keeps kind of blinking, like squeezing its eyes shut. It's clear that the darkness is affecting it. It's bothering it somehow. Beyond that, you're not sure.
Okay,
It's not focused on anybody though. It doesn't seem to be following anybody.
great.
You don't feel like it can see you.
Drag everybody this way.
Okay.
Until they're out of the darkness.
You guys going?
Oh, sorry.
Sarah's
I didn't know if
down
you
the
wanted me
hallway to the
move.
right. So Sarah, you come up to two doors, one on the left and one straight ahead. You do know that the suit of armor that you need is in that room to the north. Yeah, that way.
All
Based
right,
on the
so
map.
I will slowly open the door.
Okay. Give me a yeah, that's fine. Give me a stealth check. And you are within range for Arteme, so. Yeah.
Oh,
You grab the doorknob and very carefully and slowly turn it, but as you begin to slowly push the door open, there is a very loud, almost echoing, only because of the whole manor is quiet as it is. Does this echoing creak of a creaky hinge fill that room? Pogo, I would say this is almost a pants shitting moment because you weren't expecting Sarah to be coming through the other side of that door with it,
like
this
I do
kind
with
of with a loud hinge echo right on the literally right around the corner from where you are in the same room, opening the door into this room. But Sarah, as you open it, there is a purple light coming from ahead that is against the wall.
Oh God.
And as soon as the door kind of creaks like that, you see the flash, kind of the light begin to move and kind of flash in the direction of the door. I can't see the door from where you are. There's like a short little vestibule that it can't see.
Mm.
But Pogo, you did see the light flash kind of in the direction of the noise as well.
I'm gonna whisper in my breath. Fucking amateurs. I'm gonna use this as a distraction for the thing at least, and I'm going to try to scurry my way up to where I think using because I still have my lantern on the other side of the room now.
Okay.
So I can't quite tell on my map, but
Here, I'll turn your light on. 1 second. Yeah, you're like looking right at it now. So let me just turn this back on. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh
so
shit, that is way more bright. I did not mean to make it that bright. Hang on. There you go. That suit that you're standing next to, that's it right there.
I would go ahead and quietly start searching it for this supposed key.
Okay. It is. It's. I mean, you made your armor suit thing. So basically, the metal plates that go over a boot You lift up the kind of lobstered front of it, and sure enough, underneath that there's a little like a pouch, little cloth pouch, and you grab it. You can feel the shape of a metal key inside of it.
All right, I'm gonna fucking put that into my little pocket. And
Okay.
I now know we need 5 of them.
So you don't know how the system works, but there are 5 keyholes, yes, and you
So
have one of them
maybe-
now. But you did
maybe
see
have to
that
go different orders.
potentially it could be that, but you did see that both Nazim and Arteme disabled that system without using the keys. There were keyholes there too, but they didn't need them. They were able to disable them in another way.
Got it. Well, and from here where I'm at, can I see them? I see 2 doors, but I don't see them on the map.
No, you heard a creak coming from like forward and to the left a little bit. There's a little kind of an empty vestibule that you can't see down from where you're standing. Even with you have your lantern not facing the automata, right? You have it facing the other direction.
Probably facing the wall.
Yeah,
like,
that's good. To the
I
south
try
or
to
something's
keep it
fine,
a-
as long
I
as it's
try to
not.
keep it as
Yeah.
discreet as possible.
Sure.
If I have that key, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go ahead and start making my way back downstairs the exact same direction I came, and I'm gonna turn my lantern off, and I'm gonna give myself a few seconds to readjust to the light before I start doing that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start heading back to the room, and I'm gonna rocky talkie. All right, guys, as I'm kind of like going down the stairs. All right, guys, I've got the key from the boot from the thing. I'm heading back to the room. I don't really know what else to do, so maybe Missy can meet me there, and maybe she'll know what we're supposed to do with it.
I mean,
He doesn't have a Rocky Talkie, so she can't respond.
we're headed that way.
Alright.
There were stairs in the room that you found the key?
Yeah, I went through the kitchen, I went up the stairs, and I found a key in like the boot area of one of the things. There's an automaton there with a light, but he's not moving.
Yeah, you two don't know that you're. Well,
Yeah.
actually, Pogo, you probably do have an idea that it was them that opened the door. You don't know that it's Sarah, but nobody jumped out. It wasn't a guard or anything like that. So you would probably put 2 and 2 together and gather that it's probably them, at least, that opened that door. But Sarah, you don't know that he's in the room at all.
Norok, make it through the kitchen? Like, is there enough space for him? Is there anything in the way?
You're asking Pogo, or you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking Pogo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
I mean, there's another automaton. I squeeze right behind him, but I don't think Norok is going to be able to get past there. He can move the automaton. I don't know if that's going to, you just drag it and maybe put it face down. I feel they're kind of like turtles. I think. I don't think they're
Oh, man.
They're just one thing coming out one side, but I think they're more like turtles. You just put them on their front and they can't do anything.
Yeah, putting them face down sounds hysterical to me, specifically for that. Like they would just be totally like helpless
Yeah,
and stuck facing the ground.
They'd just be like, "Oh, maybe someone did this to us, and maybe we just fell over."
It's like a video game where the AI just says, "I guess it was the wind," after like their buddy's been shot right next to them.
Okay, is everybody else past where the other automaton can see them?
Which automata are you referring to? You talking about where the darkness is?
Hallway up top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nissy is in the hallway, just waiting for everybody to kind of move through. She's trying to hang back.
All right. As soon as they all get out of sight of that hallway,
Mhm.
I will recast darkness the exact same way on this new one in the room.
Okay.
So it'll drop darkness on that one in the hallway.
Just to be clear, you do know that there's windows on both sides, and if you drop darkness and it can see through the windows, it will see through both sides and be able to see Norok, Nazim, and possibly Nissy. Here, just to describe what I'm saying here, I'm going to go ahead and move you back real quick. These windows right here, you can see through. So you see the purple on the other side.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm referring to. So
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna
there's
move
no windows in the other room, right?
back. Which other room are you
The
referring
room that I'm in right now.
to?
there's
Correct.
no windows on the
There's
wall?
doors, but no windows that go that direction. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's somewhere that I can see, I might be able to make a dimensional door and we can just kind of walk through it and portal into it. But I'm not sure if that'll also put us in a range of their view. So we
Do
need
you
to-
have to be able to see the target for Dimension Door? I know one of yours you don't have to be able to see it.
Dimension door, it just says any other spot within range. So it says kind of, you have to see or visualize where I want to go.
Yeah, visualizing isn't the same as seeing it. Like if you know a place within range, you can just do it. You don't have to be able to see it at the time.
So
Could
could we
I-
have just
I was going to say, if I have the map and I already know and I can visualize
Well,
it.
you would need you have to have seen it before.
Hmm.
Yeah, not just visualize like any random hallway.
You know what?
I'd
Let's
say that
throw
you could
this
try,
then.
but you would be low odds, is what I'm saying. I would make you roll percent on dice, and you guys might end up, teleporting inside the wall type of thing.
A little
Perfect.
Buckaroo Banzai. Um, I guess what I'm trying to say is, are there windows that I could see inside of a room that may put us in a better situation that will also avoid detection? Meaning I can visualize this, I don't know, office that we can portal into.
From where you're standing now, not really. What you could, I guess, this doesn't help. I mean, you could go backwards to back down the hallway to the other side, but from where you're standing right now, you can't see anything that would be advantageous to teleport to.
Gotcha.
From what
So
Pogo was describing, there are stairs in where he is. And you guys don't know that Pogo is in there. Pogo, you do know that Sarah or that somebody opened that door, and you expected somebody on your team. So,
Okay.
if that part gets communicated, you could probably, use what you're describing there, or Nazim, as a, in a useful manner, but not from where you're standing right now.
Gotcha. Well, let's remember this in case we have to make a run for it later on.
Okay, so there's a door at the end of this hallway. If I have, you know what? Here. I'm gonna try to open this door.
Okay,
Fuck. As quietly as I can.
sure. Give me a stealth
Yeah.
check.
God damn it.
Oh shit! I left that guy moving. I didn't mean to. There we go.
No, not bad.
Yeah, for the
That's
28.
about a price. Yeah.
You open the door. This one does not creak. The room is pitch black except for moonlight coming in through the windows, but thankfully no purple light. It looks to be empty. It's another kind of a kitchen storage room.
Great. So wait, does this I don't know if that door connects to that other room. So if I have them come in this way and stand in this room and
Mhm.
then sneak through here this way, would he be able to still see them? This guy in the hallway?
The one you have darkness on right now? No, he
Yeah.
would not be able to see that far into that. If they go through that door that you just opened, he
Mhm.
can't see that far. Yeah, it
Great.
would be blocked
So
anyways.
I'll have them do that and then drop darkness on him and recast it on this other guy.
Okay.
And then slowly chain link lead them through the
Okay.
room.
Okay. Yeah, Pogo has already. I was going to say that Pogo could probably be helpful there, but he'd already had gone downstairs, right? You were already trying to make your way back the way that you
So
went.
my lantern's off, but I'm
Okay.
basically backtracking. Door's still open.
Okay.
Squeezing past this dick.
Okay.
And let's see.
I'll say that you would have been able to make your way back to the door, that same doorway.
Sure.
Yeah, into the office room by now.
Okay, back into the office room. So boop a
Yeah.
boop boop. I got me. I'll get there.
All right. Okay. So Sarah, you carefully open the door. Nissy tries to kind of slither past everybody very awkwardly with glitters into the room here to kind of make sure that she's far enough away that she's not seen.
And then I'll just lead them up and in as soon as he's got darkness on him.
Okay.
Should I just recast it without consuming to place a template or not?
Don't worry about the template for now, anyways. But you did okay. Go back into that room real quick, Sarah. I'm going to show you something because you'd be able to see this anyways. Go into that room. There's windows right there, and you can see the automata there. Okay. So I'm gonna move you real quick to this window right here. You can see that automata that you're trying to bypass, and there's a door directly to the right of you. Do with that what you will, but that door clearly would lead into that same room. You can see that room from there and see how wide it is, and see stairs there through the other side because you can see in the dark. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, then we'll just open this door then.
You
then I
could
don't wait.
theoretically. I'm just to show you. Don't do what I'm telling you to. Just make sure that you have all the data. From here, you can see the stairs directly ahead. You can see how wide this room is. Like you see that table off to the right there.
Mhm.
So this room is obviously wide enough that door, Sarah would be able to intuit that door must lead into that room as well, and it would be behind the automata,
Yeah, no, that's
and
great.
therefore
I
not
will
need the darkness.
Yep, nope, I will do that because I do not want to waste any more sorcery points.
Okay.
So, be sure.
Arteme, Sarah, Arteme, Nazim, and Norok going through into that kitchen storage room too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sarah, give me a stealth check. Down to the right, G.
Oh.
There you go.
I mean, if anybody else is better at stealth and wants to open this door, they're more than welcome to. No?
Nissy whispers, I can try.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah, 27. You're fine. She was already reaching for the doorknob.
As soon
but
as she
you,
said yes, I had already clicked on it.
I think your dex is probably maybe not better. I don't know. She's got a decent dex. Not as high as the other guy you could have hired, but
Gotta have that stealth.
all right. Okay, so straight ahead of you, you see. Sarah can see this. Everybody else is still kind of fumbling in the dark. Of the staircase that leading downstairs from there. Pogo, literally, Pogo was standing right there. By the way, you guys didn't know it, but he was standing right there while you guys were when you opened that door. What's that, Sarah?
I said, how bad is their vision? Like, because I can see everything pretty much.
Norok can see basically a tiny circle around him, and that's it. He can't see anything else, which is like extra boring for Ben, I imagined, on this map. Ben, all you can see is just like the purple cones, right?
Yeah, and then behind me, I can still see. I think it's light from the porch out
outside.
there, the patio,
Yep,
a little bit, so I can see that hallway that we came down. That's it, basically.
Yep. Nazim has decent range. He can actually see pretty well too.
Arteme range, yeah.
Yeah, Arteme is not quite as bad as Norok's, but close.
Yeah. Well, unless I use like dark vision, but kind of low on spell slots.
Yeah, it's been a very long day. Like in narrative, it's been one day over the past like 6 months. Not quite, obviously. It's probably been 3, but still, just from all the breaks. All right, but Sarah, then kind of carefully leading everybody through. You do see some stairs there that lead down. Those must be the ones that Pogo was referring to.
Yep, and just lead them in.
Okay. Those should teleport you if you just walk onto them.
All right. There you go.
All right. So down back on the first floor again, you do see another door to the south that has been left open. Every other door that you'd seen had been closed, so this one somebody must have. Maybe Pogo. You don't know, but there's another automaton directly to the left of you, almost the same position as the one downstairs. And I'll tell you that through the door, by the way, you can see more purple light. So basically, you have one automaton directly to the left of you, and one in the kitchen to the south of you.
Right, and this isn't. Is this the room that we need to be in? No, we're on the other side of the building, right? We have to go.
You need to get to
the other way.
Yeah, southwest.
Yeah.
While I'm in this room, I'll just kind of do a search for anything that might be of use, if anything's available.
You'll need to narrow down a little bit more. That there's a lot of items in this room. And use in what sense?
I know we're supposed to try to make it look like a robbery. Is that correct?
No, we're supposed to make it look like we were never here.
Oh, okay. Worst case scenario, then robbery. Then.
Yep.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind. Everything is in place.
Okay.
Did I go the wrong way, or did people go down the stairs?
Everyone went downstairs. If you
Right,
just walk onto the stairs, it should teleport you, Fox.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, peeking in here, do I see where the automaton is?
Yep. You can see his arm. He's kind of standing frozen in place there, looking at the table. There is enough space for everybody except for Norok, really, to be able to sneak around him, unless you moved him. There is another one that Nissy and Arteme are standing right behind, basically, facing to the left in this room here.
All right, so we're gonna have to move this guy. What if I grease the floor underneath him and then make it easier for his feet to move so Nora can just kind of like lay him down?
Okay. All right. That's worth a shot. What grease do you
Anybody?
have? Do you just have like a?
I have a spell called Grease.
Okay, you have the grease spell. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Did you actually pick that spell?
I did.
It's a surprisingly useful spell. Yeah, you did.
It's
Yep.
one of my active ones.
All right.
I mean, unless somebody wants to try something else.
Nobody.
Nope. Okay. I will.
I could try sleight of hand maybe, but not really sure if that would help.
Yeah, the Home Alone down the stairs thing. All right. So you're trying to grease the floor like around him, and then the idea being that Nora can kind of, carefully just push him without rattling him, basically leaving him frozen, but just push him across the floor a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. He's not moving. When the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dex save or fall prone. The creature itself is the crystal and not really the automata. I'm going to say that he doesn't need to make it because the creature in the crystal is not touching it and the automata is not moving.
No, I just want it easier so that way, like, while Norok's trying to lay it down, its toes and shit don't, like, scrape across the ground. It just kind of, like, slides in the grease.
Okay. Norok, give me a sleight of hand check with advantage, I think.
All right.
Unless you have a better roll you want to make for it. Better idea?
No, I think that would be okay. Okay.
Okay.
Still,
you very carefully grabbing, like the middle of the back, like around the waist, essentially, of this thing, and try to just push it out of the way. It does very carefully slide one, space south, basically, just enough room for you to be able to sneak behind it. There you go, like the furniture movers, and create enough of a gap. The problem is there is now grease all over the floor, and all of you have to get over to the other side.
Use prestidigitation to make a little path.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. When the grease appears, each
This grease is now sand.
click prestidigitation. This is a magical effect. It's not natural grease. I don't know if if A can cancel out B in such a way.
You may just make greasy sand.
Yeah. Yeah. You could
Because it says
put
that I
enough
can
of
clean. What is it? I can clean something. Where is it?
clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. And this is like 10 cubic feet or 10 square feet or something.
I get that, but
grease.
I'm just doing a cube at a time,
Two at a
making
time.
just a little path, just straight through.
Cast that magic mop.
But prestidigitation doesn't nullify magical effects. Like, it's specifically intended for mundane effects, meaning like you couldn't use it to remove another magical spell. It would
But is
kind of
the
be a little
grease
overpowered in that case.
self magical or just making the grease?
I mean, it came out of nowhere. I don't think prestidigitation can remove the grease.
Right.
Only because allowing that opens other doors that could be, worse to deal with, as far as nullifying magical effects with a cantrip. A very little cantrip.
Can I use my tent to like lay down so people have something?
Yeah,
to watch?
you can absolutely do other mundane things to try to minimize the impact of it. It's only 10 square feet anyway. So like Nora can probably just jump straight over it with the potential risk of making noise. But to prevent others from slipping and falling and getting a concussion or something.
And you all have to be for floating.
Halfling tent is big enough for that, right?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, laid lengthwise, sure. It's going to be, kind of not useful until it's thoroughly cleaned. But Nazim, you could float straight over it. If you're going to go ahead and put your halfling tent down to kind of sop up enough of the grease. The tent that Arteme made would have been waterproof anyway, so specifically to avoid rain from tanned leather. So it would not be sopping up the grease, but rather just a protective enough barrier that you guys can step across it without it being a problem. So all of you are able to make it over the side. You do notice that as Nissi is walking over it, that Glitters just kind of leans its head down and kind of just licks or sticks its tongue out and just licks up as much of the grease as it can as it walks, and until you are all on the other side.
Awesome.
There you go. All right. So that door is also left open. You gather at this point that this must be the route that Pogo had gone, and you do know that based on the map, at least there is another automaton straight at the end of that hallway. There, the purple light that is coming from its crystal does not come that far. You do know this is the one that you guys actually walked past earlier, anyway. Well, Pogo walked past. Actually, you guys didn't. But it is far enough away that you feel like you could make it around the edge of that corner as long as you're careful.
Just lead
Okay.
everybody this way.
All right. Straight down the hallway. Nissy kind of slinks around the corner as well, down towards this door. Justin, are you back? He stepped away for a second. I don't know if he left this door open or not, but you do know that from the map, anyways, that this is the door, and he did tell you he was heading back to that room. So, I'll tell you that you guys are able to easily open the door and make your way inside. Being careful to do so, of course, because as soon as you do open the door carefully, you do see another illumination of the purplish light coming from the automata there, and you see Pogo crouched underneath a table, with holding a key in his hand, looking up at this door that the automata is standing in front of.
Okay, I'm just gonna motion to Missy to like go look at the thing, the panel.
Okay. She kind of ducks down. She looks at the table and kind of motions Glitters back into the hallway, and then steps off of Glitters and walks her into the room by herself. Can I change? That add-on must not work anymore. I need to. We're one major version behind right now in Foundry, and I think the add-on I would use for that. But she's not on Glitters at the moment. Pogo still crouched underneath the table, holding the key in your hand as you're looking up at the door. You do hear the door open behind you. Well, you hear the door open behind you, and you see Nissy walking in, not on Glitters, kind of crouching up under the table and coming up beside you.
Well, she can't see me, but like I'm gonna move my way over to her and just be like, "Don't be scared, I'm invisible."
Yeah, she knew you were invisible anyway, so no shriek this time. What did you need me to do? What am I supposed to do? They said you needed me to do something.
Pull the key out from my pocket, and I'm going to point to the door behind me. I don't know what to do with this. There's the door, and I've got my key. Can you see if this is how this works? Just try not to let the robot see you too much if you can.
I'll try. I'll see what I can do. You're giving her the key though?
Hey, give her the fucking keys. See what the fuck
Okay.
happens.
All right. She carefully makes her way over to it, trying to kind of, almost flat against the wall behind the automata, and holding the key in one hand. You see her reaching up, and the rest of you that are peering in through the door, you can see that the automata can't see your direction unless you basically are not flat against the wall. If you walked into the room, it would be able to see you. But anyways, from the kind of awkward angle, you're able to see this door is covered in 5 of these large handprints, the same kind that Arteme and Nazim had used previously, and each of them have a keyhole beneath them. And Nissy rather reaches up and tests one of them, and the key doesn't fit. She tests the next one, the key doesn't fit. The third one, the key does fit, and she turns it, and the hand turns green. There's still 4 red handprints.
There's 4 red hand, and then there's a knob as well, or is there no knob on this?
There's a knob. There's a handle to open it, but it's clear that all those hands need to turn green before it'll open.
What are your thoughts, Missy?
I mean, I can try to pick the others, but it's probably like the other thing that they did when we first came in through the window, when you made it quiet. It's probably like that. I can try to pick one of them.
Oh, you mean like it's gonna make a sound?
I probably, I don't know. I don't know how it would work. I mean, I don't know these kinds of systems. I just pick locks. Usually the people I'm stealing from don't have this kind of expensive equipment.
Is there anything going on with this fucking robot in front of the door?
With the stealth checks you guys had and Pass Without Trace, like basically covering everybody right now, it's basically, unless you guys step into the room, you don't feel like it's going to be able to tell that you're there.
It's still technically turned off, right?
What's the wall.
The
made
machine
of?
is the creature is still there.
The entity is still cognizant of what's happening. It's just
But because it
unable
can't
to do
turn.
anything.
Exactly. Yeah, it has no mobility. It can't move. What was that, Justin?
What's the wall made of that the door is on?
I mean, If you want to dig through the drywall, it might be brick, it might be masonry of some sort, it might be wood. You don't know.
All right.
I
So basically, it's
mean, are
just
you going to
try-
knock for studs? Are you going to test for whether there's
Yeah.
studs there or not?
Maybe
I mean,
if it's a hole
that's
under
an
the
odd
table, they
question.
might not notice for a while.
I mean, how often does that kind of question come up in D&D? Is what is
Yeah.
this wall made of? You know.
Kool-Aid man our way
Soccer, I'm going to
through.
move you over here. I didn't realize you
go
were
ahead.
still back
Yeah.
there.
Now,
Oh,
did
yeah,
I
just
did
on the
I
door.
just see everyone else just come into the room?
Well, looking backwards, you see Arteme and Sarah, and then Norok is filling the doorway, but he's still outside.
All right. I'm just going to Missy, you did a great job. Just stay here for a minute.
You want me to try to pick one of them? I'm willing to
Uh,
try. I don't know if it's if I mess it up, if it'll get real
No, go
loud or
ahead.
anything.
Go ahead and try one. Just go ahead and try and see what happens.
Before she tries, can we search and see if there's any type of triggers or alarms or traps
I'm
in this
also
thing?
I'm also gonna give her bardic inspiration. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a little pat on the back and whisper like just, "We believe in you. You're very good at your job. Everyone says so." And I'll mark that down.
Nazim, you would need. I mean, you would need to be like in the room enough to be able to ask them that, because otherwise, if you're whispering from that far away, it would be pretty loud potentially.
All right, let me scoot in real quick here. Sorry.
Sure.
All right, I'm within whispering distance here.
Okay. Then what are you asking them to do?
Before we try this lock pick, let's search these locks to see if there's any type of a trigger or a trap or anything that may drop a large ball rolling down a hill for us, if you know what I'm saying.
Nissi replies, I can try. I can't really see in them very well with this thing in the way. She kind of elbows the robot. Here is her. I guess, yeah, it would be normal. That's fine. Yeah, not with that. I can't tell. I can't see into the keyholes to be able to tell. Can we move this thing like you did the other one?
We can't even get Norok in the room with the way it's facing right now, right?
If everybody else was out of the way and he was like flat against the wall, probably could. But everybody else would have to move, and you'd probably have to. Norok, once you got there, you'd probably have to move that table as well.
Hold the table aside or something.
Yeah. Are you? What is the plan? Are you guys going to try to do that, or what are you going to do?
I mean, we can.
I don't have a better
Nothing out of the way.
idea at the moment.
Have you seen any of the other ones? I don't think they can do anything right now. They're just fucking lights. Like the thing inside it might see us, but can it do anything?
We don't know if it can
Good
report
question.
back.
Yeah.
Just like tell it to be quiet.
What's
Like a
going to do?
thing with a
Rage out
full
inside
mouth
its
and
own
it
empty
sees-
shell?
They haven't. None of them have seen you so far.
Oh, none of them seen us. All right, then we
No,
actually.
you walked in front of one, but you were invisible. You walked in front of at least one, maybe two, but you were invisible when you did it. So
I mean, this isn't as simple as grabbing a sheet or something and throwing it over its head like a damn parrot, is it?
to be honest, that's exactly what the darkness did. So the darkness was more powerful than the light it was illuminating because she casted it. Well, it would have been upcasted essentially. So that is basically what darkness did.
Somebody thwart their plans. Grab a towel.
Can I use my tent that's covered in grease?
There you go. Greasy robots. Robots love grease. They eat
I
it
mean,
up.
so much for coming in, and leaving, no evidence behind. But you probably could. It is, thick enough.
Well, that's the whole point. They're going to find the grease in the kitchen, so just blame it on the robot. The robot's covered in grease. There you go. Logical. Robots love grease.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody else could use anything else. Tent. Nope. All right. I'm going to use the one covered in grease.
All right. Then you aren't quite tall enough to be able to get it up over its head. You could hold it in front of. What's that?
Can I use Mage Hand?
Yeah, it's probably, we'll say
Whatever.
it's near enough to 10 pounds. Although soaked in grease, it's probably a little bit heavier, but that's fine. You do carefully with you on the lower half of it, lifting up and using mage hand to pull the tent up over its head. You do drape it over the top of this automata. It is the light goes out. It is not able to, potentially at least, not able to see you at this point.
Just a
Right.
fucking bird, basically.
Well, now we
It's
can
gone to
have the
sleep
rock
now.
move
Yep.
it.
Yeah, now I mean theoretically you guys could walk around the room freely now, but what's the plan there?
Actually, that's a great idea.
Just
I'm gonna.
move the fucking thing out of the way first.
Well, I can't lift it up and move it, nor Outcast to. So
Yeah, get
while
him in
he does
here.
that, I will grab him by the hand and drag him in so he can
All right.
get to where he needs to be so he can see.
All right. Then give me another slide of Angie.
While everyone's doing that, I'm just going to kind of poke around and see what's in these books.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
notes. And
and is this a
paperwork.
desk? Over
Where? Yeah, that is a desk covered in tables and a little lamp, or papers rather, and a little lamp.
Always good to get a little bit of information in case we got to blackmail somebody later.
here? Mm-hmm.
Ben, were you rolling that?
Yeah, hang on, he's getting in.
No problem. Oh, I saw it crashed. Okay, I didn't notice that he dropped. Okay, you similar to the last time. This time, without any grease on the floor, you kind of awkwardly lift it. There's this very heavy machinery, but you're not really concerned about it seeing you as you lift it and settle it down next to a table in front of it. There is space now to be able to get to the door, and now with a little clearer shot, Nissy's able to look into the keyholes there. They do look like there is a catch mechanism, but they're just simple keys for the keyholes themselves. The hands do look exactly like the bypass mechanism that was necessary for the other system, since you guys didn't have the keys for that. Nazim, give me a investigation.
All right, coming up.
And then what is the plan for who's doing what as far as the door?
Help him and give him advantage
With what? Who doing
with
what?
searching for papers and stuff. Just looking through stuff.
Well, he was checking books there, so these are just what's that? Arteme?
I'm gonna look around the room a bit.
Okay. Between all of you, I guess the three of you then that are searching through papers and things like that, this room doesn't appear to have much that is of a sensitive nature. There's plenty of business ledgers and things like that. Most of it is the things that you do find that are personal, let's say, to Venovia Manor are things like simple lists of expenditures and stuff. I'll tell you though that Arteme with that Nazim was looking at books, so Arteme with that check on the desk over there. The ledger looks too simple. I'll put it to you this way: that the text is clearly written with the same ink, the same pen, and probably written at the same time, but the dates don't say it was the same time. You gather this is probably a faked. This is somebody's cooking the books, essentially, if that makes sense. Typically, a ledger, especially when the dates are different, would not be written in the same ink, the same hand at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it looks forged. You gather. What's the plan on the door? Anybody doing anything for the door?
I mean, I think I just was gonna have Missy just try to fucking pick it.
I can pick one of them, but there's still three others that would need to go off at around the same time. If I pick one and then the next, it'll go off. That's what the catch is.
Oh, so like you need to have one, like it's like if the key's not in there, it's not. I understand.
Yeah. If the key's not in there, as soon as I pull it out, it's gonna reset. It'll catch itself.
Does
So I
anyone
would need
have
to
a
do them all.
spell that can find things? I feel like I've brought this up. Doesn't someone have the ability to find that something? Like if it's within a certain range, you just think about it and then you know where it is.
It's not that simple.
Damn. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how we're gonna find.
This is how it works. Wait, okay, I'm not
What do we have?
concentrating. I'm still concentrating on Pass Without Trace. I'm
Yeah,
not
I know,
changing
Fox.
but-
No, well, when you click the spell, it assumed that you were casting it, so it marked it off. So it closed concentration on one. No big
So-
deal. I know you still have pass without trace.
We
up.
already have one of the keys, so maybe you can look at it, study it, and then cast a spell to see if there's any other ones in the area.
Yeah, but is it just gonna pick up all keys?
Well, I mean, unless you got a better plan,
No, I don't.
we just break through the door. What's the? We just break through it.
What is the door made out of?
Come on,
Every-
guys. Jeez.
it's cake.
The-
Everything's
it
made out of
Yeah,
cake.
Justin just asked that question. Well, he asked about the
You know what?
wall. But
You're probably familiar with doors and things of that nature. Does this look like the kind of door that we could break through, or is this
it's a solid core door for sure, and metal of some sort.
all right?
Never mind.
Not a
Is
hollow
it
door.
lead?
You don't think so from looking at it. It might be steel of some sort. Don't know. It could be made of cake.
Okay, so I'm gonna study the key and the table it goes with and see if I could concentrate. Because, well, it says an object of similar, but if I go with like the key and the table, would I theoretically be able to locate objects that go with the table?
No, locate object wouldn't work that way. But the handprints are on the door. They are the exact same kind of handprints as were on the security table that you and Nazim used previously. In that, if you put your hand on it, it would probably initiate the bypass sequence if you didn't have the keys. Basically, you've got a choice. Either the keys will turn off the bypass handprints, so they wouldn't be necessary, or you can try to bypass it, like you guys did last time.
Try and bypass it again.
How
You
many
have
handprints
one.
are
There's five total. You have one key that is fine. Nissy can potentially pick another one, which would leave 3 bypasses that would need to happen.
And we know for a fact there's no other keys in this house, or not yet.
From what Jazera told you, Durrell hides them obviously, but he probably has at least one of them on his person. You know what? I'll go ahead and tell you too that, by the way, now all of you are in here. You can hear the shouting is mostly abated, but there's clearly somebody, an angry human voice coming from the other side of that door. But it still sounds like it's farther away. It doesn't sound like it's right on the other side.
You guys just want to run around and see if we could find an extra key, because no matter what, we're going to need a bypass, but at least we can get as many keys as possible, so we only have to bypass one.
How would I find a key? What a mansion! I lose my own keys sometimes.
Artemy, I'll go ahead and tell you too that you do feel like it would find keys of all sorts. Like you don't feel like it would be able to narrow down specifically the kind of key that needs to be used for this lock, if that makes sense.
So it wouldn't work the way we need it to.
Not narrowed down enough. I mean, it could.
So,
There could
in
be
other
100
words-
keys in this place for all you know.
So in other words, it might point you to like 4 different key rings located throughout the house, and each key ring may have like 10 different keys on it, and we just
Yeah.
got to figure it out.
But I mean, you would
Gotcha.
also be able to assume that such key rings would be on people like Darrell Vanovia himself or Nils, the guard captain, and so on. So
True. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So,
free
like-
leather too. Well, we could run a bypass. I mean, we did the first one.
So do you think it's going to be like whatever you guys did on that first one? You're just going to put your hands on it and then zone out for a minute?
Might be the same ADT security system.
Let's try it.
the handprints look the same. So
Seemed like
Right.
it's gonna be exactly like the last time. Like it's gonna be like a timed thing.
last time there were
Of
only
course it would be
2.
exactly the same thing. Why would it ever not be the same thing? It would never make any sense for it to not be the same way.
Except that this is supposed to be a game and therefore a little bit fun
No.
occasionally. So
You know what? Maybe it's a newer version.
yeah, they updated the firmware and now it's a slightly different version for this one. This was the 2018. Last one was the 2016.
Yeah.
All right, who's putting hands there are 4 technically. You can try to have Nissy pick one. I'll tell you that if she fails, that does obviously cause a problem. So you could try to do 4 and leave the 5th key in place, or you could try to do 3 and have her pick one that has a chance of failure.
Bardic Inspiration Otter, and then let's try to do 3 and
already
have her
got
do 1.
Bardic
Yeah, she's got it still. So I'm not saying she will fail. It's not a super high failure rate there.
It's a
It's just
possibility.
that, yeah, it's just a possibility that you guys can't directly control because it'll be just a DM roll of a die.
Ooh, I do. How many sorcery points does that take? That's my entire one gauge. One there's a part of the spell. Oh god. Okay. Spellbook, what level is it? Shit. Okay, I need. Right. I'm going to bonus action turn a level 2 spell into 2 more sorcery points.
Okay.
And then I am going to twin spell haste on whoever the 2 are that are going in.
Okay. There will be at least 2. Well, I guess it depends on what you guys are planning here. So there's 5 total handprints. Remember, you have 1 key, so you can ignore 1 handprint because I have the physical key, the correct key. So that means 4 handprints. Nissy can try to pick 1 if you want to. That's up to you guys. That would leave 3 that would need to go into bypass. So it's either 4 people go into bypass, or Nissy covers 1 and 3 people go into bypass.
Alright, well, I can only haste 2, so.
Shoot, that's kind of what I was thinking about. Maybe trying to find 1 more key so we could balance it out. But either way, I'm down to go in if everyone's going to jump in.
Anybody volunteering?
Fucking going in that thing. Pogo knows he's not smart enough to figure that shit out. He's not going to volunteer.
You know what's funny is that Justin would be good at it, but Pogo, I agree. Pogo would not.
Yeah,
Pogo would not be comfortable
lightly
doing
knocking on the walls, seeing if you might be able to dig through with a spoon. Like he's not that.
What's this firewall made out of?
Whoops. All right, then. So Nazim, Arteme, wait, Sarah, who's going in? I guess that's 4. So if the rest of you want to go in without Nissy rather picking one, that would be Nazim, Norok, Arteme, and Sarah going in, and Pogo keeps watch.
Yeah,
That's the plan.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
That saves you spell slots. I guess it depends what you want to do. If you want to haste people, Sarah.
Let's have her pick 1 of them at least, so that way it'll lessen our chances, especially if we got to go through like 3 levels of security. It's better to go 3 than 4.
Does Sarah think she can cast spells while she's in there?
No.
No.
Okay.
You, from what Arteme told you, you don't think so.
All right. Then, I mean, do people want to be hasted? It might help. I don't know what we're facing in there.
Might be able to run it on our own. Just have her lock pick 1 of them, and let's just do a 3 security thing.
I think haste would be helpful.
Okay. Then Arteme will have it. Who else wants it? I can do 1 other person. Either Nazim or Norok.
Probably Norok, if this is going to be kind of like a intelligence thing or whatever it's going to be. I'm not sure if it's going to be similar to the other one. But
Are you saying that he's not intelligent enough on his own that he needs the haste? I think he was talking shit to you, G.
he's more of a brute force attacker. Let's put it that way.
That's true. I'm better at beating stuff up.
Then I will use haste and.
On Arteme and Norok?
Yep.
Okay.
And let's see, I got 2 more of these back, which gives me 6, and then I just used 3, so I have 3 left.
All right. Then I'll jump us over to the bypass. Pogo, I'm going to put you on here too, just so that you can see what's happening over here. And then you can. You wouldn't be able to verbally help. Just don't meta it, and we'll call it good. You guys wouldn't be able to tell which one's which, but meaning that the handprints look the same is what I'm saying, as far as the wall looks the same. Obviously, the owner of the system would know which handprint is which portion of the bypass. So I'm going to try to give kind of vague terms here, and then you guys can decide which one you want to do. Who wants to do the part that Arteme did last time, where you're moving around the place, but you can't actually see very much? There's a couple of things you'll be able to see, but not a whole lot. you'll be relying on others to give you worthwhile directions. Who wants to do that part?
Me.
Okay. Yeah, Becky, I don't know if you guys can still hear. Becky and Ben's power just flashed. So there's a bunch of power issues. Well, you guys, Fox, you probably haven't heard this part, but no, not just that too. There's a huge storm all over the entire West Coast right now. But the power outage thing that happened in, was it South Carolina or North Carolina? Justin, you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the one that was done for the drag show, or like a big one?
No. So some dipshits fucking have been shooting up power stations, right?
They did that they did that to cancel a drag show.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I just knew that they were shooting up power stations in either North or South Carolina. I don't know which, but that's been happening in Oregon as well. Specifically at Portland Power Station or something like that. It's it's their PG&E essentially. It's one of the biggest power providers in Oregon. A bunch of dipshit extremists have been shooting up the power stations up there too. So it actually, they had a huge outage for 14,000 people or something like that in Portland, which isn't that many considering. And then a bunch of others just went out, and Ben and Becky just lost their power just now. But theirs is probably just a storm because they're in far southern Oregon, like almost to the California border. So they'll be back in a second here. Fox, you said me. You wanted to do the walkie part?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I will move you up there.
I don't think I could concentrate on trying to give directions. I'm horrible at directions.
That's fine. All right. This one, Hank, will be a little bit more involved, thankfully, than the last time you did it. I'll move you there. There you go. So that covers you. I guess it'll just be Becky and Ben when they get back. So Sako, the other, let's see, is Missy's not picking one. So you have this already visible. I'll have to put that on your guys' map.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay,
It's not picking a lock.
I mean, if you guys are pasting, you could. It wouldn't necessarily need to, but if you have 4, you'd probably be
In
better
other words,
off.
what I'm saying is, if it would it be better off if she picked one, so we would only have to work 3 of these logs versus 4 of these logs.
Here's the thing: if 4 of you aren't doing it, and she picks one, then it's just a dice roll. You guys actually have means of controlling whether you succeed or not. Whether a dice roll, if she fails, screws everybody.
Gotcha. Smart.
So, Ben, are you actually back?
Yeah.
Yo. All right, that was quick. I wasn't sure how long that was going to take since the power issues are going on up there. All right, then is Becky still loading in?
Yeah, should be on in just a minute.
Okay. All right, so if that's the case, then some of these things are already visible because you guys have one of the keys already in there. So that would be this one. Cool. All right, so that's on. Arteme, can you see anything from where you are? What can you see from where you're standing? Fox? Oh, duh, she stepped away. Never mind. Let me put that right there. All right, then Ben and Sako and Becky will get a choice here in a moment too. Actually, Ben, I think I know which one you'll probably want to do. I'll go ahead and. I think I'll drop you up there, anyways, Holmes, just because I think you'll have. You probably saw a flash there. Ignore what you saw. Not that it'd be useful for you, anyways.
I don't have anything up on my screen yet anyway. It's still loading, so I didn't see that.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'll put you there. Sako, that'll be the one that you did last time, Sako, is just being able to see where the door is, so giving directions. The alternative one is you'll be able to see the entire map but no walls, with some special things in it you'll need to be able to describe. Yeah, so between you and Sarah would be one of those two. So do you want to be able to see no walls, but be able to see where some specific trap-like things are to have to give directions for, or do you want to be able to see the walls and give directions?
See the walls and give directions, but my screen just went black. I might have to refresh.
Okay. All right, then I will put you in here. It'll be the same one as the same kind of thing as you had last time. And that leaves Becky over here. Justin, do you have any? Well, I guess you don't know what you're seeing here. I'll put you in the main map, Justin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the room. I'm not going.
Yeah, I mean, in narrative, you're still. Oh, didn't put a light in there, did I? Hang on, did I? That one won't help. Okay, then I'll put you in with Ben. There you go. You should be able to see that room once it loads up for you.
Yep, I'm just not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can help with Ben. That's fine. That'll be a fun one, anyways, potentially. So what this is there are 5 different versions of this map, and different people can see different things. One of them is ignored because you guys have the key for it. So the other 4 are in here. Okay, I see. Becky, you still loading in?
Yep.
Yo. All right, I'm glad you guys didn't have a more severe power problem with what's going on up there.
It's just a little stormy. It's not bad.
Yeah, but with the people shooting up power stations, I was just glad it wasn't something like that.
No, this house has power flashes all the time in the winter.
Oh. Once Fox is back here, we'll get started. You know what? I can give you guys the rules, I guess, while she's over there. So basically, how this one functions is similar to the last, of course, but a little more involved, as you guys can see. Becky, did it finish loading for you?
No, it's still coming up.
Okay. Ben, did it finish loading for you?
Yeah, I just see myself with the little 4 square around me, kind of.
You can't see the whole thing?
Nope, I just see it's just my light bubble. I think is probably keeping me from seeing the whole thing.
Huh. You should be able to see, since it's just an image. That's fine. I'm going to give you a wider range of vision right now. Remind me to fix it. Okay, Fox. Remind me to fix it later so that you can't see everything. We don't want to, have you always able to see everything. But for right now, this will be fine. When I get 250, there you go. You see, like if you click off and then back on. Okay.
So I'm just gonna go heat my oven for a second. 1 second.
All right. So each of you should be able to see your whole square, right? Everybody can see. So Ben, you can see that entire blue grid and everything.
See a lot of different things.
Whoa.
I didn't mean to, sorry.
How did you... It shouldn't have let you move through the wall. That's weird. All right. Yeah, Becky, you can see a bunch of things in there. We'll get to descriptions here once Fox is back of what you guys are able to see. But Sako, you can see a grid and a door, right?
Yeah, the only thing I can see is just the map and a door.
Okay. But you see a blue grid with an A in the top left and a door.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Call that the rat maze.
All right. So now with Fox back there too, then each person here has a different view of what they can see, and you guys will have to communicate, of course, to try to help Fox make her way out of this. But like I said, each of you can see different things, and Arteme cannot see those things generally. There's a couple of differences between this and the last time. The security gate, which Arteme can see, you can't see them yet, Fox, but when you get to them, you'll be able to. In fact, actually, I think I can go ahead and give you a wider vision range right now, too. I think that'd be fine. Remind me to fix that so that you can, or so that it's back to normal when we're back on regular maps. What do you see in your area now, Fox? Total, everything you see.
Everything?
Yeah.
Question mark? Like, I see a big grid with a few things on it.
Okay, what things do you see on it?
3 locks and a key.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, as long as that's all you can see. So you can see the locks and you can see the key. The reason that you can see the key, by the way, is because you guys actually put a key in the door already. That would have been the 5th slot. But since you used a key, that isn't necessary, and therefore you can actually see that key already. What you have to do is make your way to the door, which you can't see, and there are other obstacles in the way that other players can see and you cannot. Obviously, you can't see the walls either, so they'll have to give you directions on how to get there. So you are the user, Fox, and like you said, you can see those security gates. You need the key, obviously, to be able to unlock those padlocks. Once you have the key, you can unlock any of them. Person that can see the door, that is Sako. So Sako, you'll be giving directions to get towards the door, but like I said, there are obstacles in the way, and those are primarily what Becky can see. So as you guys are describing it, Becky and Sako, you won't be able to see the square that she's actually on, so you're going to need to trace that yourselves. But if Sako gives a direction that would walk her into one of those bombs, you need to interject and prevent her from doing so, because it'll reset and kick everybody out, and you'd have to start over again. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. So when I give directions, I guess I'll just give it slowly, and Becky interrupt me immediately if
Yep.
she's
And do
about
we
to do it.
know where Arteme is to begin
You're
with?
gonna have to, you guys, once I give you guys these rules, I'm not gonna be talking very much at all. You guys are gonna have to figure it out on your own. Except for one thing here, which is Ben. Ben's is a little bit more complicated, and we'll see why here in a moment. Ben, yours is, so she'll be able to give you an idea of where she is. She'll be able to give you a specific landmark to be able to tell you guys where she is. Ben, yours is the vulnerability. So do you see that icon down and to the right of you, G? Ben?
Sure, it's just all blank. Oh, sorry, I was muted. It's all blank. I don't see anything except for me.
Yeah, he's just on a black grid.
You don't
Yeah.
see that?
Oh, there we go. Now I do.
Okay.
Now it's blue. Yeah, I see like or should I say that?
Yeah, that's fine. So you should be able to see the entire thing. You can't see that icon to the south of you right now?
No, now I can. I just couldn't before. Now that you moved me up there, now I can.
Oh, okay. It's when I fixed your vision earlier, and I should have reset you when I did it. I forgot. But now you can see everything, right? You can see the icon to the bottom right and the A in the top left. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. So how yours works, Ben,
And I see Pogo.
Yeah, Pogo's down there too. Pogo's going to be on your map, so you two can work together, because that one's a little bit more complicated. Pogo is technically not in the bypass system, but just so that Justin himself isn't bored when we're doing this, you guys will be able to go through it. Although Justin has to go in half hour anyway, so hopefully we can get through this. But the system for yours, that icon is going to act very strange. That's the vulnerability in the system here. It moves in a straight line as far as it can see, and it will flee from you. So you can kind of, if it sees you, it will move as far as it possibly can in a straight line away from you, and that'll until it can't go any further, and then it stops. Meaning it can't turn. It won't like turn right and continue. It'll just move as straight as far as it can to get away from you if it can see you. It will otherwise just keep moving towards Arteme on its own. It will, any bombs that it touches, it'll deactivate automatically. So that's the only way you can get rid of those bombs. And Sarah, that's kind of important, obviously, for you to be describing those as well. You guys can, take a screenshot of this and mark where bombs are if you want to on your own maps or whatever. However you want to deal with that is up to you. But if it sees Arteme, it will run straight at her, and if it touches her, it resets, and we have to start all over again.
So Ben's going to be running interference to keep it away from Arteme, but also Ben will be communicating with
Sarah to try to get it to run into the bombs, because some of the bombs have to be cleared so that Arteme can get to the thing like the key, and then into the locks, and then into the door to exit. That makes sense?
Can I draw on my own map?
If you want, yeah, you can literally just, if you want to, you can, take a screenshot of this and then draw on it and drop it in Discord, whatever you want to do. I don't care. You're going to be going in order, so you still have to take turns and everything. But beyond that, as long as you don't cheat, don't give Arteme the map. Is what I'm saying.
Just want to be able to mark off on my own which ones have been deactivated.
But if you guys, if she touches one, or if the ghost touches her, then it'll reset anyway. So keep that in mind that we'd have to start over again if that's the case. So that's still totally fine. Yeah, you can keep your own as long as you guys don't cheat.
Ben and Becky, can you both see the grid, the mouse trap thing? You can see that, right?
Trap? No.
Sorry, the mouse maze, I call it.
No, I didn't specify that. Becky cannot see the walls. She can't. All she sees is the square, the outer square, and where bombs and keys are.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
she doesn't know how far this thing's gonna run then. If it
as far as the ghost, yeah, she won't be able to tell that.
Oof, okay, but Ben can. So Ben, you're gonna be our blocker here, man.
I'm a little confused. What am I doing? Because he can see the blue walls. He can see the icon.
You can help him with strategery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm just
you're
gonna
not
be
in the
listening- I'm
bypass,
gonna be
so
listening to the other people talk as well. Okay, all right.
yeah. I
Got
mean,
it.
you could just so that you can, still communicate and everything. There were 5. I made 5.
I felt like I had a
possible.
job too, and I was like, I'm not
No,
feeling,
no,
I'm not
no.
hearing my job in this. All right, cool.
Yeah, your job. Since I just put you in that room because that is the more complicated one as far as actually, tactically moving the ghost intentionally, not just letting it run free, to kind of help intentionally get it to run into bombs because it will deactivate the bombs, which has to be done so that Arteme can get to certain places. Okay. All right. So
All right.
starting with Sarah. Probably isn't much to actually do when starting with Sarah. This is you guys can skip turns too, by the way, too. So if there's just nothing for you to do, you can just skip. That's fine. But you guys can go ahead and start communicating, and just remember to click the end combat or next when your turn's over, so that it'll move on.
Because I can't see the walls, so I don't know where she's going. So.
But you guys can ask. I mean, you guys can communicate. So just ask her where she is.
All right. So what do you see around?
There's an A at my back.
An A
There's
or
an-
an E?
An A.
There's an A at your back, and you're facing south. You're facing down, correct?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
standing
facing
on
down, and then down 1, and then down 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. There's a key. Down 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4 across. There's a lock. Down
So I
7.
think-
There's another lock.
You can ignore the one in the bottom left, by the way, Fox.
Okay.
That one's just a reference. You can ignore that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You said from where you're standing down 5. There's a key. You said.
Oh no, down 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. There's a key, and then from
there.
where I'm
There is a bomb directly in front of that key in spot 4.
okay.
Okay, that's good information.
And
do you see any
then-
other keys around you?
No, that's the other one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 5, and then 3 is a lock, and then down
Says a wall.
7. There's another lock.
Lock, not wall.
Lock. Okay, so down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 3, 1, 2, 3 is a lock. Got it. And then the second lock you said.
Is down 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 across.
4, 5, 6, 7 down. Okay.
There is a bomb directly next to, so one over from where the wall is there, the outer wall.
What?
When you go 7 down and then right 1, there's a bomb right there.
You can't
Copy
see
that.
any walls at all. She can't even see the exterior wall.
Copy
Yeah,
that.
all I
Copy
see
that.
is the outside square.
Going back to that second lock, you said down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there is a bomb directly to the right of that, and then directly to the right of that bomb is the next lock. Is that correct?
Huh?
So for that second lock, you said it's down 7, 2, 3, 4,
Down
5, 6,
7, and then 1, 2, 3. And then like down 7, and then there's 3 squares before the lock.
and the lock is on that third square,
It's on the 4th square.
4th square. Okay, there you go. Lock. Okay, so 2 key, but we don't see where the second key is, correct? Just 1 key.
Yeah, there's just 1 key.
Okay.
I see what you just did, Becky. That's not cheating, I suppose. As long nobody else can see it, so that's fine. You can do that.
Okay. I mean, they were describing it, so I'm like, why not?
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I mean, it's nobody else can see your room anyway, so it won't hurt anything. If you want to draw on there, that's fine.
1 lock, so I'm gonna need that key then. Since I only see 1 key, we're gonna need to go for that key first. And you gotta disarm that bomb. Holy crap.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
So real quick, then let's go ahead and get it. Now that you guys have kind of gone over the basics of the room arrangement here, Sarah, do you need to give any directions at the moment?
Because I can't see anything, so other
Okay.
than bombs. And
All right.
A key.
Then go ahead and hit the next in the combat tracker.
Whoops. Where are
Who has hastes? It was Norok and Nazim.
No, it was
Norak and
Norok.
Artemis.
Norok and Artemis. Okay. All right. So Norok and Artemis, each of you will get two. You get to move 2 squares each turn if you want to. Up to 2. So Ben, it is your turn.
So we need to get that bomb in front of that key first.
Gotta be deactivated.
Gotta be deactivated, yeah. So you gotta make that thing run into it.
Ben, you moving?
Yeah. Where he's at right now, he's not going to go anywhere because he's cornered, right?
So on his turn, as long as he doesn't see you, he will move towards Artemis.
Okay.
And he will move as far as he possibly can in a straight line until he hits a wall and then stop, and that'll be his turn. Now, in this case, he doesn't have to move that full distance as long as you're not chasing him. If he can see you, he has to move his full distance. But anyways, what it means is that right now, if he doesn't see you, he'll move up 1, and then he'll start going the other direction towards Artemis.
So just to confirm, we need to get that thing like way up towards the top left, right?
If that's your goal, yeah.
Like,
You want him to eat bombs. You want him to specifically to run over the bombs.
Who can Norok communicate with? Me and
You guys can all communicate with each other.
Okay. So where do we have to get this thing to hit the bomb? How many squares from the A again?
So down 1, and then 1, 2, 3. Over 4 is a bomb to the right.
All right. So down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So
And then right
then
next to
first.
that is a key.
we
there's
gotta
a
get
key
the
next to it.
ghosts way the fuck away.
But
okay,
remember, if
one
it
goes
sees
to the
Ben,
wall.
it can't do anything other than move its maximum distance away from him. Which means that
Yeah.
right now, if Ben steps out of that and he can see him, and it's just straight lines, by the way. It's not like if he can see a corner of him. It's only straight, up, down, left, right. So if Ben moves 2 right now, the ghost would see him. If he moves 1, then the ghost would not see him. Does that make sense, G?
Yeah, so would it be best for me to let the ghost go for a second?
Yes. You
Okay.
well, because if he can see you first,
I need to get
he's going to
behind
stay
him.
in that corner. Yeah.
Okay.
He would just stay in the corner otherwise. I hadn't intended on you having haste, so my idea was that you would have 1 turn, he would move, and then he would use the second turn, and then basically I intended to show you him moving
So,
out.
Here's the
but-
other thing. Here's the other thing you could do, Norok. Norok, all right, this is something else you could do. You could actually get all the way. So you could actually go all the way around, lock on that corner for a minute, and then keep going. And then once you get you can see the map, right? You can see the lines, or can you not see the lines?
Yeah, I
He's-
can
he's
see,
exactly
I can
what
see
you
the
see.
walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's exactly what you see.
So you could get all the way like to the right, down, down, left, left, down, and then the ghost would start moving its way up to the top left, and then it would just see you, and then it would be scared up here to the top, and then it would start moving to the left more, and then you could scare it all the way over here, and then it would start moving up, and then you could move over there, and then it would go scare it up to where it needs to be, right? I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you moved around the corner, he can't see you if you're over here, where I put my pointer.
He can't see your pointer.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't see my pointer. So,
I mean, you're moving your cursor. You know he can't see your cursor.
From where you're at, you could go to the right, down, down, left, left, down, and then the ghost couldn't see you.
Yeah, but he can't go that far on his turn. He can move up
But
to 2
he
squares
could
each
just-
turn.
How many squares?
2.
Okay.
Normally
so
it'd be 1, but he's
move
hasted.
Up
So
and
he's
to the
2.
right. The ghost will just stay scared in that corner, and then your next turn you can go down, down.
Yeah, and then wait for him to get above me and then start
Yeah.
chasing him.
Yeah, that
north
works
up.
too. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
then that's
Yeah.
what I'll do.
So
then.
that's and then we can scare him towards the direction we need to go, which is once he gets up there. So here you go there, and then you'd go 1, 2, and then you go there. You go 3, 4, and then he'd be scared. You go all the way over here. Yeah, no, that's good. We can get this, and we can use just the. Yeah.
These, just to in case anybody has questions on how things work, those are the rules I just put in Discord too, by the way. Ben's character is the captain. That's what he's playing. What's that?
Am I allowed to put a picture in Discord, or is that not
No,
allowed?
well, not of the map, no, because then
Okay.
Artemis can see it, and then she can't see the walls. Like, yeah, so
Alright.
yeah, no pictures of the map in Discord is how I'll put that. But the rules are in there if that is useful for anybody. All right, Artemis' turn.
Okay, so where am I moving?
So I can start describing how to get to that exit. So I will start describing how to get to that exit. However, we need to be cautious because the ghost still needs to hit that bomb next to that key because we need that key. So how many moves do you have? 2?
It's 2, yeah.
Okay, so from where you're standing, move south 1 and east 1. So down, right.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah, that good with you?
Yep.
All right. Arteme and Nazim are kind of together on turns. Do you need to do anything separate, Nazim?
No.
Okay. That'll bring us to the ghost. It sees Ben, so it's therefore not going to move. Sarah doesn't know where Ben is, or where the ghost is. All right, so I'll leave that just like it is. Back to Sarah.
Right. Well, I can't see anything but bombs, so we'll just.
Okay. I mean, in system, if we need to, we can just do kind of Norok and then everybody else. Well, Norok with Pogo, and then everybody else can go together. As far as Sarah, Nazim, and Arteme kind of deciphering on where to move, if that's
I'll
easier
just
for everybody.
stop them if I see a bomb.
Okay.
See that they're headed towards one.
Okay. All right, Ben. In that case, I can probably.
Yeah, right now
You have a
be
bomb.
dependent on getting that key, so we're just going to kind of keep you in a float pattern for a while until that key is free from behind that bomb. And then I'll keep moving you closer to that because I don't want you to even get close to that ghost if it sees you.
Just remember though that she can't see the bomb, so Sarah. Yeah, exactly.
There is a bomb directly underneath where Arteme is right now. So if she goes south 1, she's hitting a bomb.
Whoa, I was not told that. Okay, hold on.
This is why I was saying you guys need to communicate about those too.
Go
But
ahead and
yeah.
put that in there.
Norok
That would have been
moved 4
tragic.
because he's hasted?
2 because he's hasted. It would have been 1.
Got it.
Sarah, Norok, and Arteme both have haste. So
Okay, so just to one more time, there are a total of 3 bombs on the map. I have all 3.
No. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the map.
Okay, I only see
There are
3
7.
bombs, so I need to know where these bombs are.
Jesus Christ. All right, so you have that
well,
one,
let's
that
come
one,
on. Let's
and that
keep
one.
it fun. Let's keep it fun. Instead of just saying this entire map and then everybody has the exact same map, that wouldn't be fun.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're good to go then.
I think you guys shared a good bit at the start, so I think. What, G?
I did my 2, so that's
Okay.
me.
Yeah, the ghost is still standing there. Well, okay, because you can see in the rules, Ben, you're actually standing on a bomb, but the captain is ignores bombs. So
Okay, good.
I was
Not
gonna ask,
affected
I was
by
like,
literally standing on top of one right now, but it doesn't matter in your case. You're the only one. Well, you're the only one moving through the map besides Arteme anyway. So, all right, what you doing, Fox?
Looking for directions.
Nazim and Sarah?
anywhere but south. South 1, you're gonna hit a bomb.
Okay, that I just want to.
But she can't see walls. Yeah.
So I just want to be absolutely certain that we're not going to be near a ghost. So I'm going to say the directions, and please, Ben, let me know if that's a stupid move for the ghost. So move right 1, move down 1.
Ben, is that a problem as far as the ghost is concerned?
No, because we're pretty. We're not close to you.
Okay. And
So,
Sarah,
as
is
of
that a
right
problem
now.
as far as bombs are concerned?
I mean, right now you've got the bomb next to the key and the bomb that is now on your left instead of below you.
Copy that.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, directly to your right, 5. Right, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 5 from where you are is another bomb.
There's a lot of them on the map, and I'll tell you that that's not all of them. That's just all that are on the map currently, as far as those. So just keep that in mind. All right.
Like, are they gonna be popping up, or does someone else see bombs that I don't see?
No, any bombs you will see. Yeah. So if they pop up, you'll see them. All right. That's it for Sarah's move then, or for Fox's move rather. So here's the ghost. Ghost can't move because it can see Ben. Back to Norok.
And then just to confirm, I'm thinking to the left too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk myself. You muted, G.
Oops, sorry. Yep. I'm going to try to tuck myself into that corner on my next move.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you just have to go down one, and then when it gets around the corner,
Yeah,
I
it's
can chase him straight up for
forward,
square.
go straight up to
So-
the north.
yeah. You don't have to hide in that corner. So
And there's 2 ways we can scare it to get up to down 1 to the right 4. So we got 2 options on that.
all right. What's the move for Arteme?
And it might
right.
explode other random
So-
bombs on the way. Who fucking knows?
I guess we will start to move Arteme a little bit down, or a little bit to the right and down. Does that sound like a smart move, Ben, based on your ghost location? It's not going to chase after anywhere.
I mean, it's real far away.
I think we're still pretty far away. So yeah,
Okay,
we're safe for
copy.
now.
All right,
Right.
then. So Arteme, move right 1, down 1.
Where's Arteme right now on the map? From the top left, from A.
From A, if you go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 1, down 1. That's where she's at.
So, from A, how many to the right and how many down?
From the square just underneath A, we're going to go down 1.
No, like
Counting straight from A, ignoring walls, not the walk, not the path you walked,
ups
is what
and
he's
downs
asking.
and stuff. Is it like 4 to the right, 2 down?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, from that square from underneath A is going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 to the right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 down.
All right, so 3 and 3. Perfect.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, standing
one
on. Standing
right below
on.
A. Yeah.
Okay. So Arteme's moved. Everybody good with that move?
Wait a second. Okay. One
good?
more time, because there's a. It's not going to be this next turn, but just to confirm, from A.
So
So,
here's I'm going to say it
1, 2,
this
3,
way. I'm going to say it this
1, 2,
way.
3.
I'm going to say it this
Oh.
way. If you look at A and the square just beneath A, that's where she was standing when she began.
Yes.
This is her starting position. I will call this the starting position. From the starting position, move 1 square down, 1 square to the right, 1 square to the right, 1 square down, 1 square to the right, and 1 square down. That is where she's currently standing.
Okay. So that might be a problem here.
That's what I was saying for the ghost, because it's going to run straight across.
Because the ghost is going to have to go right past that path in order to disable the bomb.
Exactly. So
So
I'm thinking
can they go further south? How far south can they go?
we can currently travel 1 more south, and that's it, because there's a lock right there,
Okay.
and that's why we need to get that key.
You're going to want to just stay where you're at and then go left 1 and up 1 to backtrack. Because the ghost-
that's not where we're
Nora,
standing, though.
back me up on this, Norak.
That's-
We're gonna have to get
that's
that
not where she's
corridor
standing.
open from where they're at right now, right? To go north. Because just to confirm, the bomb that we need to get past is from A, down 1, right 1, 2, 3, or right 4.
4.
Oh, so it's down 1, right 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I apologize. I was doing
Yeah.
it on grid style as opposed to movement style.
Yeah, you need to double check where she's at too, because I don't think you're in the right spot. Because if you said
No,
that
no,
she's
I am
left
now.
one-
I am now.
Okay.
Based
Gotcha,
off, I did it based off movement as opposed to like battleship grids. So
You could do that. The reason the A is there, by the way, is so that you could do an A5 grid if you wanted to. It's 10 in each direction, so it'd be A through J and 1 through 10.
So in that
If
case,
you cared to, that's up to you guys if you want to do that.
in that case,
You want her to move back then
we
and not
have
move these 2
two
spots and
options.
skip her turn, so that way the ghost doesn't see
no,
her.
we're gonna be okay. The bomb, the bomb that we need to get to, if it's her move, basically down 1 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine, and yeah. So we'll get the ghost to that bomb, and then that'll allow you to get the key.
Yeah, the key's
Yes.
right next to it. So as long as there's no wall there,
Okay, I think we'll be all right.
All right, so we'll leave her where.
Our plan is
this
basically the
said.
same, Norak. It's just we gotta go slightly different when we get the ghosts up in that area.
Well, if that ghost goes up there in that corner and hits that bomb, how are we going to get him out of there to get Artemis in there?
We'll just
The
have
ghost
to
will always move towards Artemis, so what'll end up happening
True,
is
huh?
if he's in that corner,
She could
Artemis
draw
is
him.
going to have to kind of backtrack, and then he'll start running after her. But then we're going to need you to spook it to get away from her. So you're going to need to be in position somewhere to spook it back the other direction.
Okay.
All right. So Fox, you staying where you are then?
Yep, it sounds like it.
Okay. Then I will, in turn, the ghost will move up. Oop, did not mean to move the whole map, just the ghost. Can I click him? Oh, because I was on the wrong thing. There we go. All right, so he will move up there, see Ben, and not be able to move any further. And that brings us to Yuji.
All right.
All right. You gonna stay there?
There for now.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's only a straight line, so like you don't. It doesn't matter if you can see like around the corner a little bit or anything. All right. So Sarah and Fox, or sorry, Sarah and Nazim.
which way is she going? Where are you guys having her go?
So yeah, where did you want us to go? We need to know where the ghost is going and what he's going to do. Because if I keep moving her towards the key, we need to know where the ghost is going to be.
Sarah, you saw one of the bombs disappear.
Oh. Okay.
Which bomb disappeared?
Down far right corner. Like far right. Way down.
Oh, I don't even think I had that on the map yet, so okay.
Like gone like if Artemis walks over it, it's not gonna do anything?
Correct. Gone.
Alright. So at least I have a somewhat idea of where the ghost should be.
Can I tell them via the grid lines where the ghost is?
Very limited terms. Not exactly. No. Not on A12 type of thing.
All right. The ghost is
quadrant,
pretty
lower right
far
quadrant.
towards the bottom right.
There you go. That's something like that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
That's pretty much where the bomb was, so yeah.
Gotcha.
In a couple of turns from now, he's going to be going. He'll be getting spooked and be going north a few. But as of right now, he's still pretty far in the bottom right corner. So Artemis pretty much stay from there.
We should not be moving Artemis any further south because he's going to see her down that hallway. Correct?
When he goes up, there'd still be another wall in between them, but he wouldn't be too terribly far away. So I mean, a couple more moves and he'd be able to see her. But as of right now, it's probably a good at least 4 moves or so before he'd even be able to see her. Probably, depending on where she is.
Do you want me to move her closer to this bomb and key? Because he's going to need to go through that eye of the needle right there, that little kill box to get there.
Yeah, he's going to have to go.
So then I should keep her away then for now. You're going to have to spook him.
Well, right now it's Artemis' turn, so deal with that first, and then after, because the ghost will be coming up in a second.
You know what I'm looking at, Ben? You see the ghost, right?
Uh-huh.
You might have to spook it to the right, go up and around, because there's no way for you to spook it from underneath for it to go up to that little thing. Which means that you're going to need to be blocking kind of where she's standing right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the ghost will run the opposite direction, and there's no way for you to be directly underneath the ghost to make the ghost go up. That's the exit plan right there.
Yeah.
The ghost will, if it doesn't see Norok, will continue to move towards Artemis. It doesn't need to see her to move towards her. It will keep moving towards her. Yeah, by straight lines. It's just if it touches her, that it'll reset. So keep that in mind. That it will try to. Yeah. So as far as it trying to move north, if Artemis to the north, it will try to move to the north, whether it sees Ben or not. So just keep that
Ben,
in mind.
know where Artemis is standing currently right now. How many moves will it take you to get to where she's standing right now?
She's still down 3 and over 3, right? Roughly.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. because we're going to need you to stand right underneath her immediately, so that
He's
when
gonna
the
have
ghost pops up, he runs to the
2,
right.
3, 4. He'd half a dozen roughly turns before he would get there, and that includes me spooking him down this short hallway here. So you still got 5 to 6 moves, maybe even 7 before his moves before he could get to Arteme, where she is currently located. So,
Copy that. And for you to stand where Arteme, just below where Arteme is, how long will that take you to get there? Because we might just pass her move several moves until you get here. So
He's like 5 moves away from there.
Okay. So I guess we'll just pass on these moves, wait till he stands there, and then spook the ghost when it shows up.
Okay.
So, Fox, what are you doing?
Sounds like I'm staying here till the ghost passes by. The chatter.
All right, so staying still for this turn at least?
Yes.
Pass. Do you concur, Ben?
yeah, because I am going to need a chance to get over there on that same side, so he doesn't go at her at all. So I can get him scared around. So
she gets to move 2 as well, so she can evade on her own too. But that's fine. All right. Then Fox is staying still, so the ghost now will move to there and then stop. It can't run on this turn until this next, which means Ben, you won't be able. I mean, you can move through him if you wanted, but it is your turn.
does he move 1 or 2?
He moves as far as he can. He moves a straight line all the way to
in
the
a
wall.
straight line.
Oh, I thought that was only when he gets scared.
No,
Yeah,
he moves in a
that's what I
straight line
thought,
until he hits a wall all the way.
Okay.
Towards
yeah,
towards
no,
Arteme.
We're in trouble. We're gonna be in trouble, guys.
Yeah,
that's
what I
a
was
little
saying.
different.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Like, we need to think about that ahead of time. So we should really be moving her back then. She needs to be hiding.
So, just to clarify, he doesn't have to move the full distance towards Arteme. He only has to move the full distance if he's running from Norok. But he can move a full line.
Automatically take the shortest route to Arteme.
Yep.
Yeah, so we should have. So this whole time we should have
shit.
moved her left, down, and then in the pocket.
If
So-
you wanna give Fox directions for the last turn, it's up to her if she wants to take them. But if you want to give her for the last turn when you had her stay, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay, so am I moving backwards?
Yes. So let's go ahead and undo that then. So your move then will be back up 1, and then back left 1. So essentially the spot you were standing in last time.
Yeah, got you.
Okay. All right. Then Norok, it is your turn now. You can move through him if you want to. He basically doesn't care that, like, you can move through him. He'll just run the other direction. But it's up to you if you want to stay where you are or what. Meaning you could walk north too, and he would run south. Obviously, that probably wouldn't get him anywhere near the bombs or helpful to you, but just keep that in mind that you can walk through him if you want.
Is that though? Then I could get up there sooner, huh?
It's up to you guys. I mean, he'll run away from you, obviously, which means he'll move further south instead of going north, but...
All right. Well, I think for now I'm going to do that, so that way it kind of keeps him away, so we get Arteme a chance to move.
Okay.
Because as soon as I get out of the way, he'll come scooting straight up that way anyway, going towards her. So
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to move 2, and that is my turn.
All right. Back to Arteme.
All right, lovely people. I will leave this terrifying puzzle to you guys. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm good for next week if we end up playing next week too.
Okay. All right. Night, dude.
All right, night everybody.
Later, man.
Like,
So what's playing Arteme?
Am I moving backwards again? Forwards? Waiting here? Because where's the ghost and such? I guess that's the dependent factor. Because I already moved backwards.
So, are we on your move step now?
Yeah, it's return right now.
Okay, so Arteme, what we're going to do is we're going to backtrack you back, run you hard to the left, and then really far south, because this ghost is going to have to run through the gauntlet.
hold
Ben
on.
will need...
You're moving her left from where
I'm
she's
not-
at now.
No, there's a wall there, so I know there's a bomb
Okay.
right next to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely avoiding that bomb. So what we're going to do then now is we're going to move you back up 1, left 1. So now you are standing just above where the bomb is. Do not go down.
Okay.
All right. We're stopping there.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to the Ghost. Ghost will, of course, move south, trying to get away from Ben. And that will bring us back to Norok.
All right. Heck isn't he would.
So we're going to need you in the upper left-hand quadrant as soon as possible, Ben, because you're going to have to push him into this bomb for an escape plan for us, or you're going to have to spook it to the right, center right, so that way it can go towards the other bombs we need.
Okay, well, that was my 2 for now. So,
All right.
here we go.
Fox.
Okay. Am I moving? Still moving backwards, or?
Yeah, actually... Ben, how close are you to the upper left-hand quadrant yet?
Almost halfway through the map.
And the Ghost, where's the Ghost location? What quadrant?
He's still pretty close to the bottom right.
Okay, so then we still have time. We could probably wait then a little bit. Arteme.
Okay.
All right. Then Ghost. Ghost will not move because you can still see Ben. Actually, sorry. Yes, he will. He will move there. All right. Your turn, Holmes.
All right, so Sako, what we were talking about was me chasing the Ghost to the upper right around that way, right? Is that what you're talking about?
So yeah, you can see the rat maze there. There's 2
So that
bombs.
way yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 bombs, and the bomb next to the key, ignore that for now. It's the bomb on the right. Most likely what'll end up happening is it's that long hallway in the middle. You're going to want to spook him from the left, so it runs to the right, and then zigzags to the upper right-hand corner. And then hits that first bomb there, and then it's going to want to turn left down that hallway, because Arteme is going to be really, really far to the left. And you're going to stand... Most likely you're going to stand in that open gap right there, and Jeremy, if the Ghost sees him, will it continue to run to the left as far as it'll go?
It will go the closest route until it can no longer see him.
Okay, so it'll continue to the left. So we need you standing. First, spook him to the right to loop around that top right section, and then you need to stand in that opening 2 squares beneath the key, or 3 squares beneath the key, to have him continue to run to the left and then up to blow up that bomb.
Yeah, to trap him in the corner where the key is.
Exactly, and at that
Okay.
point we can revisit where Arteme is at, and we can plan it all out, because I need to knock out these locks to get to that door. The door's in the lower left-hand quadrant.
There's my 2. I'm 1 away from where I need to be for right now. So,
Arteme.
Am I moving?
We're going to
Well, you and Sarah make advices, and Arteme chooses what she's going to do. She's the one that's
Ow.
actually in there, so.
That's all I have to say. Don't go south.
Don't move south.
yeah.
yeah, definitely don't move south.
Okay. But am I
Any other-
moving backwards to go away from where the Ghost is gonna go, or staying here?
Can Arteme see the walls? Can you see all the walls?
I can't see anything. Like, there's
She
no
can
walls.
see- Yeah, she can see a key and 2 locks, and that's it.
Walls, but if Norok is 1 move away from where he needs to be to scare this thing away to
To the right.
hit some bombs,
Mhm.
then is there a way for it to get to her before it gets to Norok? Could she start moving towards the key and shit, just not past where Norok would be?
Yes, what we're going to end up doing is when Norok spooks it to the right and it makes that long loop around, Norok's going to stand in another opening, which is going to terrify it into the bomb to the north. During that time, we're going to make Arteme run to one of the locks, out of those 2 locks there, the upper lock. And as soon as that key... Oh, shoot, we got to get that key.
She needs the key before she can get through those locks, and then obviously the door.
And
She'll have to
anyone
go through the
pick
locks
up
to get to the door.
Key, or does Arteme have to go pick up the key?
Arteme is the only one that can touch anything. Ben
Gotcha.
can't even touch anything. All he can do is scare the ghost.
Perfect. Then what we'll do is we'll start running Arteme to where Ben is once Ben is blocking that opening. And he'll follow through.
What you doing, Fox?
Okay, so which direction would I have to go for that?
You could probably, without knowing where the ghost is exactly, you need 1, 2, 3. You need 3 moves to get into position to where you need to be after Ben gets into his position. So Ben, how many moves are you right now out
He
from getting?
said 1 away.
Okay, so then you can go ahead and start moving back now. So move right 1, down 1.
That was left, Fox. There you go. So,
Okay.
normally I wouldn't, correct you on something like that. I just didn't want to, because
Yeah,
left and then,
thanks.
yeah, you could end up hitting something you don't want to hit as well. So
Let's not do that.
your other right.
Like I said, I'm bad with directions. That's why I didn't want to give directions.
Totally fine. All right, Ghost then. He will move here, and he can't. That's the end of his turn, obviously. Back to Nora.
Okay.
Stop in there.
Yep. Be waiting
Right.
there so I can chase him up the hallway to the right when he gets a few more moves.
All right, back to Arteme.
Okay, so you're almost blocking that hallway now, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm where I need to be to get him scared to the right to make him loop around. And then
Beautiful.
I'll catch him on the other side like we were talking about to force him into the corner where the bomb is. And then I'll just have to move out of the way to let him out and then find another way to block him so Arteme can get in there.
Perfect. So she is safe behind you then to the left, correct? She can't
Yeah,
just-
he could go around the very bottom left, but it would take him multiple turns. So
yeah, he's taking the
you're safe,
quickest route.
basically.
Beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
Arteme, we're going to go ahead and move you back to where you were before. So right 1, down 1.
All right, off with the Ghost. Ghost will move its maximum distance straight to that wall there. Remember, even though in D&D terms it would be able to see Ben, but he can only see in straight lines, so he cannot see Ben from where he is now. All right, your turn, Holmes.
I will be bypassing this one.
Okay. Back to Arteme.
All right. So we'll go ahead and Ben, just for reference, are you standing in a square where there's an opening above you and an opening on the square to the right below you? Is that where you're standing?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, Arteme, we're going to move you again. Down 1, right 1. You're going to be standing right behind Ben.
You won't be able to see him, but yeah.
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 But technically, that's
Okay.
where you're standing.
Okay. All right. That'll bring us to the Ghost. Ghost will, with Arteme there, it actually could have tried to go the long way around, but it would have, wouldn't make any sense, obviously. So he'll move 1 square to right there. That is it for his turn. Bring us back to normal.
Again, holding position.
All right.
Give him the
Back to
jazz
Arteme.
hands.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to hold position and let Ben spook it.
All right. Fox is staying still.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hang on. Becky,
Mm-hmm.
this bomb here disappeared.
Oh.
And when it
Okay.
did,
Oh no. That doesn't sound good.
this bomb. Hang on, I gotta find the right spot here. I have to figure out this fucking maze. Let's see. From there, it is. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right. 1 there.
Oh. Arteme.
Oh, hang on.
2.
Sorry, that's 1 too close. It's 1 more there. There.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 directly to your right is now a bomb.
Copy that. Thank you.
All right.
Mhm.
And that was, yeah. Sorry, that was on the Ghost's turn. So Fox, it is your turn. The bomb would have appeared then. So what you doing, Fox?
Waiting for instructions.
Okay.
So the ghost is now about to run to the right. Is that correct? As soon as he sees Ben.
on his next turn, he's gonna see me and
So
run
what's
to the
going to
right,
have
directly to
happening
the right of
is...
me.
So what's going to
Hang on,
happen
hang on,
is
hang on. It will move north on its next turn and then see you, but he doesn't continue. He doesn't do the run until his turn again.
Okay.
He moves and then stops, and then he'll see you, and then on his next turn is when he'll run.
But he'll be going
Gotcha.
up one. He'll be right next to me, to the right of
So
me.
in 2 turns, it will start to run to the right and run into the bomb. That was just put up.
Oh yeah, that will be the bomb.
Okay. So let's go ahead and pass this turn, and then we'll most likely pass the next turn for it to run. So let's pass this turn.
Okay. All right. The ghost is then going to move up and back to Norok.
Okay. Again, for this turn, staying put.
All right.
Scare dude on his next turn.
All right.
I'm guessing I'm staying put till the ghost is scared off.
Okay. Then it is now the ghost's turn. Ghost is going to, not move over Ben. He's going to move to the end of the hallway there.
And that blows up that bomb, right?
It is a little bit, Ben. That was not perfect, but hopefully somewhat multiplayer version.
What it made me think of.
And that is, yes, it does. So that other one that just appeared is now gone. Fox or Becky, and that is it for its turn. Go back to Ben.
Perfect.
Okay.
Another one didn't pop up.
Not yet. Well, yes, not yet.
Or you know what, I'm gonna have to, because for me to actually scare him up and around, I'm gonna have to move.
So you're going to need to stand
to the
where you're
right.
standing. Because what'll end up happening is eventually he'll loop around, because he's going to come. He's always going to run towards Artemis, so he's going to have to loop around now. And then he's going to hit that other bomb in the up right-hand corner, and then start moving left down the hallway right above you. And once he sees you and he's right above you, he's going to freak out. Since he's still moving to the left, he has to continue left. And then that's when you chase him into the bomb. And then once that bomb is clear, then we're going to have to loop all the way around. And you're going to have to run, give us some covering fire, and she'll grab the key. Essentially, Artemis will probably traverse the same path the ghost is about to traverse, but we'll see how things go.
Well, I don't know if you can even answer this question, G, but will the ghost, if he goes up one and I stay where I'm at on his next turn, will he just come back down and then see me again and go back up?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to
He's
have
going to
move
take the
right
shortest
then.
route to get to Artemis every single
That's what
time.
I figured. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to actually have to
Then we're
move
gonna follow
over
you
to
then.
I'm moving to the right too. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. I'm right next to the ghost right now.
Right.
Perfect.
Artemis.
So let's go ahead and follow him. Yeah.
Okay, so the ghost is moving. Norik is following the ghost. I'm following Norik.
Yeah, you guys are a couple away from me.
Yeah, essentially the ghost is going to be running away from Norok, and Norok is going to chase his ass around. And we're going to follow right behind Norok. And this is going to work. I think it'll be fine.
So where am I going?
Your next move is going to be 2 to the right. 1, 2. And we'll be standing right behind Norok at this point. Norok is to our right, and the ghost is to the right of Norok.
All right. That'll bring us to the ghost then. The ghost will move up 1. That is it for its turn. Back to Norok.
Just 1 this time.
Okay. What's Artemis doing?
Moving 1, but I just need to know which direction.
Right. That works.
Directly to above where Artemis is right now is another bomb.
1 square or 2 squares above?
2 squares above where Artemis is right now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. That it for Artemis' turn? Fox?
Yep.
All right. Back to the ghost. By the way, keep that in mind too, that Sarah, because Norok and Artemis can't see each other, they can actually walk through each other. It's just if the ghost sees her, well, basically if Norok is not between her and the ghost, then the ghost will obviously hit her, and then it'll be game over. Okay. Ghost is going to move 1 right. Back to Norok.
All right, now
If you guys want to skip the turns to move it around to just follow this, I can do that. I can just drag us over so that we don't, just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 the entire time. It's up to you guys.
Sure.
If the plan isn't going to change until he's around the corner, that's fine. I can just move us all the way around the corner.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna change.
Just tell me where you are, Artemy, when you get there.
Okay, so I guess we'll just fast forward, Jeremy, then. You see where the bomb is right there, Jeremy? Just above us?
Yeah.
Let's move the ghost 2 squares above, have Norok 1 to the right, and have Arteme 1 to the right. So Arteme is in the far upper right-hand box.
Sure.
So that'll just save us 3 turns. And
Fox, are you okay with me moving you up there?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I get it.
Hang on, did I do that one right? She should be 1 up and 1 to the right. There you go. All right, everybody's in place.
Very top right corner.
Right, Arteme is in the very top right corner. Norok is 1 to the left. The ghost is 1 to the left, and the bomb is 2 below the ghost. And the ghost will now run straight down into the bomb.
Okay, so then I'll go ahead and skip us over to the ghost's turn then to go ahead and continue that. It will move 3 to the south, which does make something happen. Becky, a bomb disappears, and another appears. Right, where is it? Gotta make sure I'm not putting it on top of something else. Right there. Okay, and that is it for the ghost. Brings us to Norok.
All right.
Every 2 bombs that get destroyed, another one is created, so keep that in mind.
We want that ghost to run to the left, terrified, so hopefully you can get to him quickly and he doesn't go down.
He should, theoretically, since he sees me, shoot all the way to the left, because he would go until he hits a dead end, normally,
Correct.
right, G?
Yep.
So then I can come in behind him and I can hopefully keep him from... Well, no, because he would come straight back at us, so yeah. But then we need to be able to let him out without him getting to
Exactly.
Arteme, though.
So now we're going to be moving Arteme into position while you terrify the ghost into that corner so he can't do anything and freaks out. And then you're going to go away, allowing him, releasing that pressure, and he's going to start running towards Arteme again and exit that little hole.
Cool.
All right. What's Fox doing?
Am I supposed to be moving or still?
Yes. Are there any bombs near us in the upper right-hand quadrant that have appeared?
No, it was bottom left quadrant that it appeared.
Okay. Would it be meta to know where that is right now or not yet?
That's outside
Right
of the range
now,
where...
it doesn't
Okay.
hinder anything right now. So.
Okay. So let's move you to the left 2 squares to the left.
Right behind me still, right? now?
Correct.
Okay.
Here?
So you were in the upper right-hand square. Now you've moved 2 to the left.
Yes.
And then Norok is just underneath you, I believe. He's 1 square to the south.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That'll bring us back to the ghost. The ghost will go all the way to the left. Getting away from Norok, it is back to Ben.
Okay. 2, and that is it.
So that corner right there, G, you can see now when I was planning this, the maze portion of it, my concern was that if you only had 1 square and you couldn't lock him in time, he could potentially, if you were too far away, he could have potentially just moved to the right and then down and around if Arteme was down in the bottom
back around
left.
the right, huh?
Yeah. So my worry was that, well, shit, if Arteme's too far away and they haven't gotten this, the whole thing figured out, like if you guys hadn't figured out the kind of way to manipulate the ghost, basically, then it would have been a potential, just chasing each other in circles for no reason, because he would never need to go up that way unless you forced him to. So haste actually made this a lot easier.
Nice.
Fox, what you doing?
So we'll position you 2 squares south for now. So, see, I'm trying to think now. So I'm just thinking 4 moves ahead. So the ghost runs to the left, ghost runs up, ghost blows up the bomb. But now, Ben needs to get away, the ghost will now move back down, and the ghost won't be able to see him. So we need him to open that area up. You know what? We actually could probably keep you right there.
Okay.
Yeah, because eventually he's going to have to relieve the pressure, and then he's going to have to backtrack and have the ghost run towards him. Well, towards you, I guess you'd say, because you need to get that key.
All right.
Okay, so I'm staying still for now?
Oh, wait a minute. He's going to need to spook the ghost out. Hold on. He's going to have to spook the ghost out, and you're going to have to come in from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 moves. Actually, let's start having you backtrack since the ghost is now in the kill box. So we're going to move you back to the far right corner again.
That's where so move to the right twice?
To the right twice.
All right, stop in there. All right,
Yes.
back to the ghost. Ghost then, to get away from Ben, is going to have to go 2 to the north, which, Sarah, you do see this bomb disappear.
He is free and open.
Okay.
And Ben, you kind of see what I'm saying, right? Remember when you were standing in that hallway,
Oh,
just beneath where you are right now, and you blocked that thing?
yeah.
We're going to need you to kind of be in that area in just a bit. So keep that ghost there for another 3 turns, and we could fast forward the turns probably.
All right, then should I stay where I'm at, or should I go over or go over one?
I would say stay where you're at just to keep the ghost there, and we'll move Artemis into position.
Okay, well then I'm just going to wait it out.
All right, so hang on. The fast forwarding here would literally just have the ghost go south, north, south, north, south. It
Because he's
won't do
going to see
anything
me
else.
and run back north, isn't he?
Yeah, it's going to keep
Correct.
doing. He'll just keep going south and then north again, trying to run away from Ben. That's it. So if that's all you're intending, that's fine.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And during those turns, we're going to fast forward a little bit here. Well, I mean, you can fast forward if you want, but Artemis, let's move you 2 down. 1, 2. So you're here. 1, 2. Jeremy, do you want to fast forward, or do you want to step by step?
I'm not understanding really what your intent here is, because Ben standing there only delays things, really. Artemis, wherever she is in this corner, isn't going to really change the ghost's behavior. It's still going to try to move towards her.
Correct.
So
what we're
if
gonna
Ben
do
just moved
is-
up 1 instead, the ghost would make his way out of there, move towards Ben, see him, and then run away.
Do you want me just to kind of reveal what I'm thinking?
Sure.
Okay, where Artemis is currently standing, 2 from the corner. We're gonna move-
Okay, she's 2 south from the corner now. Yes.
Correct. We're going to move her eventually. Down 1, left 1. Down 1, left 1. Left, left, left. And then we're going to move Ben to her
try to-
right. So that way
Okay.
the ghost will now run down towards Artemis on the other side of the wall, thinking that he's going to get around the corner. He's going to
Back up to
see
the right.
Ben. Yeah, he's going to see Ben standing next to her and freak out, and he's going to run to the right.
But if Ben doesn't move to block that hallway, then that won't do any good. He'd have to be in the same spot he was before
Yeah,
to get the ghost to run right instead. That's what
That's
you're
what I'm
wanting. Okay,
saying.
because you didn't mention that part. Okay.
Yeah, and then that's why I said we're going to move Ben down to the right.
Sure.
Or I'm sorry, down 1 eventually. So now Artemis is to his left, Ben is to the right, blocking that opening. The ghost will now move down from the key,
Okay.
move right 1, freak out, and the ghost will keep running to the right and back up around that corner. And
right,
while the
well-
ghost is running around, then we'll grab the key.
We'll go through those real quick because that won't take long anyway. So Ben, go ahead.
Okay, so am I just staying put for now?
Yeah, just hold pressure on it.
All right, waiting.
Artemis.
Okay, Artemis, you're going to want to move down and right.
Try that again.
Or sorry, left. See, I get my rights and lefts.
That's gonna make it really hard for Fox.
So yeah, down and left.
Fox.
Okay.
Fox, I really did intend for you not to do that same job this time. I thought you would do one of the other ones this time, thinking that you would have, because you did this last time, and I tried to add a little more to it, but that's the most boring of these possible jobs. So,
It's not too bad right now. I have like a blazing headache, so this is good.
All right. The ghost moved back to you, Norok. And Becky, I thought yours would be a little more fun too, so I apologize. It's a little hard to test these sometimes.
I have my cursor where Arteme is, and I'm just kind of keeping track of where bombs are and stuff.
until the dog bumps your mouse or something, and then you're screwed.
Well, it's on a table away.
I'm still just waiting for a couple turns, right, Sako? Until Arteme gets down to the left. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, it's going to be about 3 turns. On your 3rd turn, we're going to move you down. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Oops, sorry. Go ahead, Arteme.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, Arteme, you're going to move down and to the left again.
She's right below me, right?
No, she's... oh, yeah, I know where you're at now. Ben, you are right above her, so technically, Ben, you could move to the left 3 movements. Is that correct?
Yeah, I could move 2 anytime.
Okay. So what I need you to do on this one is move left 2 and block that opening.
Okay. Now he's totally stuck in that little upward or upside down L shape right there.
Correct.
For now. So.
And then on your next move, yeah, cool.
Yep. Arteme.
Directions.
Left 2. So
There's
now
no bombs or anything.
No, you're clear on this section of the map right now.
Awesome.
The
So
bombs
you're right.
directly around you right now have already been eaten, thankfully. But the next one that appears would actually be in a pretty dangerous spot. So if the ghost hits another bomb, it could be problematic for you. Because he's already on 1, so the next one would potentially be in a bad area. All right, Ghost will run away from Ben again, and back to Norok.
Okay, so on the next turn, you're going to want to move down, Norok.
But I'm just waiting for now, right? Until the
Correct.
next
She's
one.
right beneath you, so we're going to move her left
Okay.
1.
Well, he can move through her. Remember, keep that in mind. And she's after him, so
Yeah, that's...
you can occupy the same square. Is what I'm saying. You guys could Ben. You could move south now, and then Arteme could move wherever you wanted to. If you guys wanted to, it's up to you.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Just to save yourself a turn that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There we go.
Okay.
And
Then Arteme.
Arteme 1 to the left.
Okay.
All right. And now the ghost. Ghost
Perfect.
does not see Ben, so it moves to there. Back to Norok.
Staying here, right? Until he passes me?
Correct. So currently the ghost should be 1 square up and 1 square to the left of you, I believe.
He is.
So, yes. Just gonna hang out.
All right. Arteme.
Arteme will just hang out for a little bit.
Well, you can ask her. Let's not tell Arteme what she's
Sorry.
doing.
Arteme.
She is a person.
You're gonna want to hold.
Yeah, Fox, you're on hold. You're not doing anything.
Time out.
You don't even breathe right now.
Hey, I'm breathing.
She's on full-blown migraine mode right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, the ghost will go all the way to the right. It cannot see Ben. Back to Norok.
Boom.
Back to Arteme.
Hey, Ben, and where'd you move to, Ben?
Up and to the right. So I have the ghost. He's to the right of me. He's trapped. Well, he can go up, but he can't go to the right or to the left.
All right, Arteme, new uncharted territory over here.
Yep.
So we're gonna go up. So right 1, up 1.
So right and up.
Right.
Okay. And back to the ghost. Ghost will run away from Ben. Back to you, G.
Remaining stationary.
Okay. Arteme.
Okay, so the ghost should now be up in that upper area. So new area for you, Arteme. Left and up. Do you happen to see the
There.
key yet?
Yeah, it's
Should be 2 away from you.
Yep. Almost there.
Well, yeah, it's up one and to the side, so it's like cross-streaming, if that makes sense.
That's where we're
Okay.
headed.
All right, then on to the ghost. Ghost cannot see Ben, and is going to turn around and come right back down to the bottom.
Okay, so the ghost is now on the bottom, so he's standing right next to Ben.
Yep, I'm gonna keep him held off.
Your turn, Fox.
So am I going up to the key?
As long as there's no bombs, yeah, I think we're good.
Nope, you're
Thank you,
good.
sir.
Bomb is eaten.
All right, so Arteme has grabbed the key. I'm going to put that down at the bottom, Fox.
Okay.
And that brings us back to the ghost. Ghost will run away from Ben again. And back to Nora.
Okay, do I need to go anywhere or anything, Sako? Because I don't know where the locks or anything are. So.
We could probably fast forward 4 steps since we're all going to go back into the same position we were before. What do you think, Jeremy? Is that okay?
I don't know what steps you're referring to, so we'll just play through them. It's fine.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, we're going to move Arteme back to 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3 down. So yeah, I guess just hang there for a little bit, keep that ghost off us to leave that opening open for us.
All right,
Roger.
Arteme.
So you said 2 to the left?
So Arteme, we're just going to move you back to where you were previous to the key. So now we're going to backtrack. So 1 to the
Okay,
left,
so 1.
1 down.
All right. And Ghost will just bounce back. Back to Ben.
They're just gonna block him until she gets past me, right?
Okay.
Yep, only 1 more turn, I think.
All right.
Arteme.
Okay, I'll let you know.
You need the direction.
Mhm.
1 down, 1 to the right.
All right. And the ghost. And Ben.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, this will be your last turn waiting, and then we'll
Okay.
start making a move.
All right.
All right, Fox.
All right. Any directions, Fox?
Yeah.
1 down, 1 to the left.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
And
now
the
Ben.
ghost.
Yeah.
And now Ben.
Now this time, go here, right? And I can.
Well, he
block
can't
both
see
paths.
you. So.
Yeah, I can't see you, but I'm assuming you moved 1 to the left and 1 down, correct?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
have both paths blocked now. I think. So.
Perfect. So she's completely blocked off from that ghost, so we're going to make a beeline for it now.
All right, Arteme's turn.
Direction.
So this is new uncharted territory. 1 to the left, and then you're going to use the key on a locked door to your south. So 1 left, 1 down.
Arteme, that lock disappears as you step into it. If I can find the thing, there it is. Did I make you invisible, or did I make the lock invisible? Should be the lock.
The lock, I think.
Yep, cool. All right, that is done. All right, brings us to the ghost. The ghost now will go here and then stop because it sees Ben. Eugene.
So now that we're down here, we need to do a bomb check. I see 1 bomb in the lower left-hand quadrant. Am I
Okay.
mistaken?
No, there's 3 down here.
Oh,
Let's keep this fun
Oh,
though,
boy.
so that Sarah can actually do something. Because Sarah's been just sitting here, not getting, or Becky's been sitting here not getting to do anything. So instead of giving grid directions, let's go step by step. And if directions were given that would step Arteme onto a bomb,
I'll let you know.
obviously say something. Yeah.
okay. So
Otherwise, Becky just
Interject.
sits there and doesn't get to do anything other than say, "Here's where the bombs are." You know what I mean?
all right. Make sure we interject then. Okay, so let's keep moving her.
Well, it's Ben's turn now, so
Oh, sorry.
what you doing, Holmes?
Should I just wait here to keep him blocked off? Or should I move? Knife him down, or whatever.
You're in a good position to keep him at bay. We might need the ghost assistance depending on where these bombs are. Because if it's blocking a path, then we're going to need to figure out a way to get around this. So probably for now, keep him at bay so we can control where he's at.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, start planning a route in the event that we need him to go to the lower left-hand quadrant. We got to figure something out.
Yeah, we'll have to get him down there.
Yeah.
Alright, should we call it, guys, or do you want to keep going?
Oh shit! Sorry, I wasn't paying attention at the time here. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to call it here, we can, pick up. It probably won't be next week, but it would be. I guess that'll be New Year's Eve
thinking
potentially.
That's right.
We're good for. We never do anything because we're old, so
Yeah.
we should be good for New Year's Eve New Year's Eve if everybody else is, like normal.
Definitely.
Taco, did you
And-
say something you had New Year's Eve?
I could probably just play till